Yay. Yay. Alright. So.
Can't hear you, Whitney.
I said hello.
Oh, now I
Hello,
can.
hello. Hello.
So.
Let me.
Hello. Last time. On Dungeons and WheatTons. You were confronted by a Minotaur. And surrounded by bandits. The princess kidnapped by an invisible foe, dimension doored away. The might of the Minotaur had you all a-shaken in your boots as he insulted you, slapped you in the face, and forced you to kneel after Apollyon was knocked out.
Air quotes.
Taking his prize in Vitari and the princess, as well as your wagon and all of your goods. The Minotaur left you defeated for the first time.
Vitari's still gonna be a suck.
And Apollyon, who was, air quotes, knocked out, hops to his feet, scoops up his sword, and begins to track the Minotaur with a curse that he put on him, leading you straight to the bandit camp and where the princess was taken. After a small bit of walking, you've made your way to the area overlooking the camp and found yourself a nice little alcove where you could stay hidden but keep an eye on everything. Down in a island of rock situated in the middle of the abyss, you see scattered tents and bandits having a nice party, eating your stolen goods.
It's okay. We'll be dining on beef tonight.
And the Minotaur grabbing the breasts of the unarmored Vitari. Because he was the victor, that's what he gets to do, is what he thinks. And so, you've taken a short rest, and now you're just watching, waiting, and planning. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
I technically took a short rest as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just used my hit die real
No,
quick.
everybody took a short rest, including the bandits.
Make sure. Okay. Oh, well, that's good. That's better. Alright, well.
I was muted. Okay.
No
That
worries.
epic sentence I just said will never be heard.
I believe you. Anyway,
Alright.
plans?
Well, I mean, the way I see it, our best bet is to infiltrate and potentially weaken them before the main assault.
Okay. Yeah.
That's very vague.
Well, Prisma has skill with infiltration and poisons.
Anna
Just
also
saying.
agrees with Cornelius, well, with Danichi, and says we should do a group stealth.
That's more direct. Yes, Prisma could do some kind of stuff. She should have her invisibility back.
Well,
Although Gina's stint there seems to be proficient with magic, if at least they utilize it.
well, looking at the area, I don't think a group stealth would really do much for you. It seems that all of the areas that you could hide behind that lead up to it have been shaved away. So you wouldn't necessarily be able to hide behind anything, group or otherwise. However, that doesn't mean that you can't get the drop on them in some way. Just trying to sneak from the front is definitely not going to work.
Alright, so how does the ceiling look?
The ceiling looks pretty much as normal, except hasn't been touched. There are stalactites hanging from the ceiling. It's a good ways up there, though.
So that means a pixie would not be seen going up there.
Yeah,
But then
if
again,
I was to give it a height, I would say it's about 500 feet up.
it would take her a while, but she could make it. But she'd need something to break those stalactites. Do we have explosives?
You'd have to check in your inventories.
I mean, I've got a hammer and pitons. A piton could be used as an improvised chisel.
You say this, but isn't that hammer and piton probably like half of Prisma's body size?
She could carry someone that weighs less than 90 pounds up there.
Okay, now when you think about the poundage business, even the hammer and piton kind of doesn't matter because she can lift. You know, she can pump.
I would say
Just,
because of their size difference, she would have disadvantage at very least with anything that she tried to do with them, since they're not specifically made for her. Also, if we would like, we can do a roll here for Vitari and the other group, so that you can take turns doing whatever you want to do.
You say this because you pre-rolled the initiatives and you're like, I'm really loving those 225s. Spells doom for them.
I'm a big fan of a turn order, even if we're not fighting, so...
I actually do like that idea myself.
Alright, so I'll take... Actually, if you guys want as well, you can roll, like, 2 times for your group, and Vitari can roll once.
Okay, well mine's is 11 then, as you just insinuated I have advantage.
I didn't say you had advantage. I said you got 2 turns between the group of you.
So like a surprise round kind of idea?
No, not a surprise round. I'm saying that you, as your group, will have 2 little fake, not real turns to conversate.
Oh.
If Vitari gets in between that 9 and 11, then it'll go the 11, then Vitari, then back to you, and then you get a little bit more time to talk, and then it's back to Vitari. You know, that kind of thing. Because you have extra people. If anything, that would technically be... Yeah, okay, I'm good with that. That means that Natus and Dominicus get a time to talk. Vitari gets a time to talk. And Sigismund, you get a time to lay there. So yeah, anybody who wants basically a turn to talk and give their input.
Well, I think Dominicus would like shout out some orders, especially to Sig. I keep forgetting your name. How?
Just
why
say
is it-
Sieg.
Sieg. Yeah, okay. So he'll probably say to Sieg, "Now, Sieg, we're going to be depending on your healing."
Beep.
And he won't say the magic words to Natus just yet.
All right, well,
But
Okay.
he'll be whispering in Natus's ear, saying, "Boy, we can do this."
well, anyway, Dainichi's actually first in this little order. So, Dainichi, you can make your case, give your as much 2 cents as you want. Doesn't have to be 2, could be 3 or 4. And if you have if you have a strategy, then you have the floor.
Yes, I was thinking that whole Prisma being able to carry 90 pounds made me think Prisma may not be able to effectively use the piton and hammer, but I know someone who weighs 90 pounds or under who can use it.
Oh, are you trying?
Awesome.
Sure.
Varsum is a little...
Sure.
Varsum's a 16-year-old and pretty healthy. He's a little more than 90 pounds.
Wait, he's 16? I thought he was like 10 or 11.
No, he's 16.
You really think we would put a 10-year-old boy on the front
Yeah, when he's
lines
that
like
young, I
this?
don't think
That
we-
was why.
I
That was
mean,
one of
I
the
would,
reasons
but
he was
that's-
conscripted, because he's of age.
Barsum's only 90 pounds at 16.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's
Yeah,
not.
Absolutely not. I thought he was going the more sensible route and the tiny puppet who also doesn't, occupy a space in the cart. And also has a warhammer for a weapon.
Actually, that makes a lot more sense. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure how much Sigismund weighs, though, because he's metal.
Also, your weight will also include your equipment. So whatever your character weighs, plus your equipment weight, is what Prisma would have to carry for any flying and carrying somebody plan.
Yeah,
And-
I don't think
which
she
is fine.
can.
And at the
carry
moment, she
desire.
has a -2 to her strength because of not having any drugs in her system.
Withdrawals! Withdrawals!
So yeah, she's worthless because with -2, that's like
Hey, I'm
minus
not
2 with a
worthless!
mod. -2 with a mod is an equivalent of about 4 attribute points, right?
No, it's only to the score, not the mod.
Oh, to the score. Okay, so that's -30 pounds to her carry weight divided in half, minus 15 pounds. So she only carries about 80 pounds now. She can only carry about 80 pounds, and I weigh 66 with just my equipment. So she can't carry anything. So she has to be the one that would set that off. Has anyone checked their Oh yeah, where's the NPCs?
Oh, they're with you. Just, you know.
All right, well,
Chilling.
someone needs to inquire if they have anything that could be used to dislocate stalactites up in the ceiling. I doubt they're walking around with just the armor on their back and a weapon.
Practically.
Wow.
I mean, there's one I can think of that might be helpful.
Hmm.
The Noble's Magic Dagger.
And what does that do?
Well,
I assume...
go ahead.
Oh, well, I was going to say, I would assume it's designed specifically to take the enchantment that he uses when he casts that cantrip. but it should also be sturdy enough to, if Prisma were to two-handed work as an able chisel for knocking down stalactites.
Those stalactites is not guaranteed to be of a size that she could work with.
We don't want to, like, it looks like the princess and Vitari are right next to the target as well, so
Yeah, well, that only means we should try to avoid the stalactites that would fall there. We could still take down the mooks in the camp with it.
Of course, the better idea would be to have Prisma sneak in and poison their stew pot.
Could.
But that would risk poisoning Biddy and the princess. What if they eat it too?
Well, you know, we could always go very adventurous and have Prisma, while invisible, deliver the tiny poison vial that she has, and then be like,
Love how everything involves Prisma.
well, duh, you're the only one that can go invisible and fly. And
she don't make someone else invisible.
I was saying she could probably do that.
can she?
I think because it's a racial spell, she can only make herself invisible.
With only yourself as the target.
Okay. So, yeah, she could deliver one of her poison vials to Vitari, and then be like, Vitari, you could, like, ask him to make out with you. And then you could just slip it in your mouth, like, from your mouth into his mouth, and since it's... I mean, I don't think he has lips that work with making out with you, but hey, you know.
I'm sorry to say that Vitari cannot be part of your plans.
He saw Prisma full of puke. He's not going to want to make out with her.
What?
But
I said
I don't-
Vitari.
Same.
I said Vitari. Vitari. She floats on over to him and then whispers in his ear, put this in your mouth and make out with him. You
people are
should
horrible for
probably
thinking that
use your
Prisma
tongue
would make out with
support.
anyone anyway.
Huh?
You're horrible for thinking that Prisma would make out anyway.
Yeah,
She's
Noober.
innocent.
I'm just saying. Unless you also have a way to convey this stuff to Vitari, he's kind of out of your plans.
Yeah, that's why I was including that with the delivery of the poison to him, so that way Vitari can put on the best sexual act ever and get that poison into the Minotaur. He could figure that part out on his own. I've got this aphrodisiac. It's sold in very small bottles. It's supposed to make your dick bigger.
All right, Dainichi, was that all for your plan? I liked hearing you speak on your turn.
That was more or less it for my plan. I'm cooking up 2 other plans as we speak, but
All right, then next would be Natus or Dominicus. I can't tell what that 12 is.
The 12 is Natus.
All right, Natus, what have you got?
As he's trying
I
to
mean,
get
I could do a poop, you know? Like, yeah. Like, I don't think I've got much for the talking round.
Ma, I don't really understand the purpose of the talking bit either, since we always just talk and talk.
Yeah, but each of you might have a different plan, and this is the chance to put it out there without the others talking over the person whose turn it is what it was supposed to be. It's basically supposed to be a talking stick.
Oh, you should have phrased it that way.
Thought it was obvious.
Your attendance is obvious.
My middle finger here is obvious.
Not without your cam.
Just for my turn, like, Natus will be trying to, like, pull away and walk the opposite direction that we're meant to be going, and without rolling or anything, Dominicus will be able to just like, no boy, we're going this way. So yeah, I'll pass my turn over.
The scary thing's that way.
Yeah.
All right, then I don't know which the 11 for Sigismund would be next.
It kind of just rotates its head in 360 and beeps. Because since Dominicus hasn't actually gone forward, therefore it won't heal, which is what I told him to do. That's about it. It's kind of just staring at Dominicus.
All right, I'm guessing both of those were for you, though.
Yeah, because you saw the whole thing about rolling twice, right? Roll twice.
Yeah, I was talking myself through the idea. Then that would mean that Prisma's next. Prisma, do you have anything that you would like to air here?
Prisma can't poison everybody. Even if she tried to, probably wouldn't even have enough. I got nothing. Prisma's not a plan maker. She's just a do-it person.
All right. Then that would mean Dominicus is next.
He's muted.
Yeah, I'm typing to him as well. He was asking what's happening, what's he going to do. Oh, there he is. Cool.
Can I not sneak because of my heavy plate mail?
You would have disadvantage because of your heavy armor. But the real issue with the sneaking is there's only one real way to get to the camp unless you could fly and drop in. Or you could try to sneak and climb along the wall and then up to the ceiling and drop in, but that's a 500-foot drop. And there's nothing really to obscure you on your way. So there's nothing to hide behind.
We could make another entrance.
How?
That wouldn't be sneaking. I could just charge through the walls. Surprise.
Also,
Are we attacking someone?
Well, they're on an island that doesn't really have walls except for the fencing that they put up. That's why you would have to climb the wall and up above the island on the ceiling and then drop down. Because they are surrounded by the seemingly unending abyss.
Is the bully Minotaur there?
The bully Minotaur is there. And
so he'd just bully us again if we got his attention, right?
you guys for the most part can see a pretty good distance because of their torch lights and everything and their campfire. But Sigismund is the one that can see the most detail in people's placement and what is going on. So, you all know that he's down there. I'm sorry, what?
Nothing.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize.
I don't know what to do.
Well, you can think on it a little bit more and let Vitari go if you'd like. And we can circle back around.
You want to go, Vitari?
I mean, if
Would you mind?
my turn is next, so
All right, I'll take that as a yes. Vitari, what would you like to do? And you can talk out how you feel about the situation out
I'm
of character
feeling-
as well.
Let's see. So currently,
This sucks.
Atari's at I guess a little table area they got set up or something.
It's more like a blanket, well, an animal fur stretched out on the ground. They don't really seem to have any tables.
Okay,
so
we're sitting on the floor.
You're sitting on floors on, probably stolen pillows, stuff like that. There's some loose fabric and everything just kind of strewn around, probably from, trade caravans and stuff. But yeah, you're on a pretty... It looks alright, actually. It doesn't look as bad as you'd think.
Okay, well,
But yeah, you are
Always
sitting to the
nice.
left of the Minotaur, with the princess on his right, and a bunch of other girls, about 4 other girls, in harem clothes. You know, I Dream of Jeannie style.
yes.
Just kind of giving drink and food, dropping grapes into his mouth and everything, and refilling his
How's
cup.
Yeah. How's the princess? What's happening to her? Is she just sitting there, or
About the same as happening to her that's happening to you. Just a grope every now and then, but she's sitting up straight, eyes forward, and nothing seems to be bothering her.
Yeah, well, Vitari wouldn't like her being messed with.
See, so this is
If someone's gonna get messed with, he'd rather take it all on. And
Has the
her.
Minotaur
Probably
commented
just
on the breast
mentioned.
size?
Well, Vitari would probably
yeah,
hear.
Vitari would have told him what he is.
Yeah,
Is that
Uh,
healthy?
he doesn't seem to care.
Yeah,
It's like-
sure, but he would have made it clear, like, yeah, this is what I have. He knows what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, hole's a hole when you look that good. Ain't that right, Janice? And Janice kind of flinches.
That's a man, ain't it?
And Vitari, you see a hooded drow with a wand at his side and a belt that does not look like he really wants to be there.
Yeah, how does, like, all the rest of his men look? Do they all look pleased with him as a leader, or just fearful of him? Or
For the-
disgusted with him?
For the most part, the bandits that are around that are dancing and drinking up and everything, they look like they're happy. The ones that had
Sure.
surrounded you and didn't do any of the fighting, they're pretty happy to reap the rewards of their leader doing all the work.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the
But
the hooded drow does not seem very happy about the situation and seems to flinch at any time he is addressed by the Minotaur. Other than that, the caramel-skinned gentleman, about your complexion, really, with the scimitar, seems to kind of be taking it easy, but he kind of throws a look of disgust over at the Minotaur every now and then.
okay. Hey, well, wish I had a detect thoughts kind of spell. But I don't, so... I'm trying to convince the Minotaur to leave her alone. Just like, be like, hey, maybe you want to keep her unsullied in any way. Just so you get a better price and less heat on you.
The Minotaur stops with his jolly making He removes his arm from around the princess.
Hey, you stop
She
that.
came.
Bless you. He removes his arm from around the princess and kind of kneels his face down to match your height. And he grabs you by the face, squeezing your cheeks. Did I ask for your opinion?
No, but you might need it.
He kind of pushes your face a little bit and releases it. And says, You really think you've got me pegged, don't you?
Nah, just see you're surrounded by not too many people that could help you, and more so than the ones that were just kind of standing there being burned by the giant fireball I used.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. But you really think that I'm going to sell her?
That would be the smarter thing to get lots of money.
Who cares about money? A legacy is what I'm after. He stands up and with one arm wraps you around the waist and just holds you above him. Not squeezing hard. Doesn't seem like he's really gonna do anything except kind of meow you around a little bit like a doll. Until he floats you face to face with the princess. Stoic as ever. Not showing a smidge of fear, hesitation, keeping a noble air. And he says, You see this woman right here?
Yes.
We all know who she is. The princess. Lucina, daughter of King Lucian. And what does the good king do? He takes in pretty much anyone as family. We've seen it time and again. The Lucian line has always been a generous one.
Uh-oh.
And so, what do you think he would do with the son of his precious daughter?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
You would take him in, regardless of how it was conceived. Because it's not the child's fault for the deeds of his father.
Okay, but does it mean your legacy? Would he just wipe every memory of you?
Who cares about that? My son will be king one day. Where my blood should be.
Ah. Just thinking to himself, I really hope they somehow followed us and are gonna come in here, help us out. Because I don't think I'm gonna be able to stop that.
Don't worry, pretty thing. He rubs a finger against your cheek. You seem quite eager. I'll let you go first.
Ah. If you think you can handle me.
I love a challenge.
Oh my God.
But for now, you might want to get ready. And he puts you back where you were and sits back in his spot and hands you a drink. You'll need something to dull the pain.
Right. Okay. Do I know where my stuff is at?
You can see it kind of being played with by a number of bandits, kind of trying on your outfit and your armor.
Okay.
Kind of acting prissy. Like, ooh, look at me. I'm holy.
Right.
I believe in the sun.
Okay.
So yeah, would you like to circle back around now?
How does succession
Yeah.
work in this story?
I think
Maybe.
it's gonna. I don't think that's necessary now. I think it's gonna wait and see if none of his friends or anybody has made some kind of commotion or doesn't hear anything from them. He's gonna try something himself. See how far he can get.
Well, if we're
So-
circling back around,
Yes. Yes.
Wait, one moment. Vitari, I'd like you. What's your passive perception?
My passive is 15.
I'd like you to go ahead and make one then.
Notice us.
Perception.
It's not for you guys.
Alright.
nice.
Yeah.
For once, you actually can perceive something.
Well, he's got a
with
better
a
thing than
15, he could perceive a lot.
I'm talking about Mateo. He was always the blindest character.
you sure was.
Vitari, you notice a chuckle from the princess after the Minotaur's little story there about his plans. And a little bit of a side to side head nod.
Okay. Can I get like a read on her, an insight check?
Yeah,
Just-
go ahead. Is he stupid? That's what that head nod and that chuckle means in her mind.
Okay.
It's really easy to see.
Alright, she seems have faith in this situation. I guess Vitari still believes that Polyon died though. So he still believes this is pretty dire. Okay, alright, that's me. Go on. Circle back.
All right. Then we're back to Dainichi again.
And I have a new plan. This one might actually work.
I was gonna say, if you hadn't come up with a plan, Prismo suddenly came up with an idea.
Well, we shall see whose plan. I want to hear your
Here's
plan as well, so.
Yours is probably better. My plan is literally just give me the candy and I'll create a distraction.
Funny, my plan was also to create a distraction, but I was going to use an oil flask. I have Prisma fly high above and dribble oil on each of the tents, then go down invisible and light the tents on fire.
Do you have an oil flask? Can that
I
blow
do
up?
have an oil flask.
No, it can't. It can only It can only be,
Ignited.
yeah, ignited.
Start the fire.
And would her putting oil and igniting it constitute as anything that would break her invisibility?
No, it's only attacks or casting spells. Neither of those are attacks.
Well, that would be an ample distraction so that we can actually make our way in, through the distance here, because it's not my turn. Just me.
I got matches.
I mean, that was the sum totality of my plan, so it
'Cause,
was have Prisma make a distraction and then sneak in.
Does it include you giving me my candy back?
probably not.
My black sugar? Yeah? Yeah?
If we're
gonna get into combat, I could use an extra attack.
I can't. You literally can't use an attack while you're doing that.
I said if we get into combat.
Oh. That's his
Like-
judgment call.
I mean, I think we can visit that idea if it comes down to it. There will almost certainly be combat, but with the majority of the bandits fighting fire, it shouldn't be too intense.
What happens if that black cocaine is vented out in steam? Does everyone get the full effect or like partial effects?
You'd probably have to burn all of it to get the full effect for everyone.
Alright, we can all become drug addicts in the worst case scenario. Maybe not Navis. Now that I think about it, he's a rhino. He probably takes more to get going. But Prisma should theoretically just need to take a nice breath of my fart. And it's enough for her.
Yay.
Theoretically, we're actually factoring in dosage amounts.
Well, I did think about that earlier. Like, because of my constitution, I might be able to resist the addiction. And an extra attack would be nice, but I don't want to give you guys the idea. If you want to feed him crack, you go ahead.
You shouldn't feed our pet drugs.
You fed the pixie drugs.
She took that on her own. Nobody gave it
No.
to her.
No. You guys totally gave it to her.
Well, I'm game for setting those tents on fire. That's a good distraction. Because I'm not comfortable with the idea of this span here of walkway being safe. These guys are probably archers. Or, well, maybe these two are melee, while these guys are all archers and ready to just walk up and start popping some arrows. Although they all look melee, so that's another thing. Can I see their...
That's just for easy copy pasting.
Okay, well if I can see clearly all the way up to here, then I should be able to see what kinds of weapons these guys have.
And you can tell that they do have swords at their sides, and they are carrying crossbows.
Okay, so they are generically ready to shoot if they need to. And that's extra damage we don't want.
Yeah, that's my role then. I should try and draw all the fire.
I mean, that's if they happen to not be distracted by the blazing tents. I mean, not really magically, but all of a sudden their tents catch fire? What? We gotta put that shit out. And that's our chance to actually charge on in, wink wink. And it even serves as a great signal because we can see that from any distance. With the distraction of the fires, we can at least be certain that this much of them could get caught off guard. And after that, we gotta deal with all of these as best we can. But at least we get these guys some kind of advantage on them. Or at the very worst. At least they don't get to shoot at us. Because shooting is free attacks, and we don't need that. So yeah, the lighting up the tents thing works. How close can we approach Wheat before we have to be all stealthy like? Like, what's their range of noticing?
They can actually see the entire walkway once you step into this part. You are still technically not on the map, and just kind of, around.
Oh, so they can see us even over there. Over here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's nothing obstructing any of their views.
So what's our actual entry point then?
Your entry point could be anywhere on this map. Whenever you came into this area, you were above with a kind of a cliff that you had to go down. And you found a place to the side instead of going down. So there was a little bit extra walkway that's just not here that you can see. And yeah, whenever you got there, you could have dropped down the cliff, but instead you went around to a small side path where you could still see people, but you are obscured.
Okay, so we can theoretically start from here.
Yes.
Okay, that at least gives us some distance in. And Prisma can distract with the fire. Are you good with that, Prisma?
Sure.
Well,
It's
we're
best
still
we
going to
have
go
for
through
explosive
another round of this at least, so that everyone can still give their ideas with the talking stick. Dainichi, are you good?
I'm good.
All right. Then we're back to Natus.
Whose tummy rumbles. And there's no, like, grass around here to forage on, so yeah, I'll pass my turn with a tummy rumble.
And all your apples and everything were taken in the cart.
Yeah, I don't think I understand that, but yeah, I'm getting hungry, so... Yeah, I'm up to follow your lead, Tanner. I am grateful you're here, so... Lead me into battle and victory.
All right. Then Sigismund is next.
Beep.
All right. Prisma, you said you had a plan.
Was that not just to get the crack back?
Yeah, what if you guys just give me my candy and I'll create a distraction?
Ha, he was created before you. Wink, wink.
I could go in there, I could make a big ruckus, make a lot of noise, maybe I could lead them away. Maybe I could get them to jump off the cliff by accident.
I told you Prisma's not a plan maker.
All right. But, Toastin will actually step up and say, how much of that do you have?
How much of what?
The drugs.
Well, I had 2 more pieces of the candy and about 18 of my size well, I guess there would be 9 your size pinches of the powder.
We could possibly overdose the Minotaur.
Wait, you want to give him my candy?
All at once, yes. But that's just my thoughts.
That's not a bad idea.
Out of character, that's a great plan because Vitari's right next to him and could just make the effects disappear instantly so he gets the downside straight away.
Yeah, I'm all for this plan. I just gotta act against it in character.
Hmm. But, well, there's one thing to pay attention to. He is clearly bigger. Therefore, how are we sure that we have enough to overdose instead of pretty much enough to proper dose, which then just turns against us until Vitari, takes it off of him.
I don't know. That's he's got to make a Constitution save. I was told that the more I eat, the more I would have to take a risk. And yeah, my body may be tiny, but even for a Minotaur, I'm sure he's got his limits.
And I
Well-
mean, worst case scenario, the drug addiction will seriously cripple him.
That too.
Well, there's also.
But it
that
does
if
last
we
an
get-
hour.
Per
There's also
pinch.
that if he's
Oh, fuck.
if he's super energetic, and
That means if it doesn't work, he'll
also
be
gets
pumped for 9
enraged.
hours.
theoretically he could run himself off a cliff.
Theoretically.
Yeah, if he gets enraged and super energetic. Though then again, if he's enraged and super energetic and he doesn't die from the fall, he might just have the energy and rage to climb back up.
He also might not have the control to not hurt like the Princess or Vitari. He could just go on a rampage.
Yeah,
Or worse, he might not wait to have his wedding night with the princess.
Yeah, I'm concerned about that.
Apollyon also wants to give a little bit of an idea of how he could help in this situation. He starts to wave his hands, pointing towards himself and Tolston. And you get this idea that Apollyon knows how to fly in some way based on his hand movements. And that
Seriously?
he and Tolston could fight the Minotaur, or he could fight the Minotaur and Tolston could take the magic user. To which Tolston glares at Apollyon, and Apollyon just kind of goes, "Ah!" and then waves him down.
Is there a bag I can hide in?
Can you fit in a backpack?
Well, technically, on a backpack that would be on a bigger character, yes, I want to say. On a medium character, more than likely not.
I'm not sure how big Nadis' saddlebags are, but I do have 2 saddlebags.
Yeah, and they left you with everything that you had. Just took the wagon and the stuff that was in that.
Because if I was in that saddlebag, I can actually work the healing and still get a bless out and hold that bless onto 3 characters. So I think, unfortunately, that first fight, I was under instruction to waste quite a bit of my slots. So I only have 4 that I can use. But yeah, if I were to bless red armor dude, does Tolston actually seem competent? You know, is my investigation actually yielding that this guy is actually competent?
No, it is not.
Okay, so red vampire guy.
Yeah, you haven't seen anything out of the ordinary or special at all coming from Tolston. He just seems like a person who has a little bit of night training, and that's about it.
Okay.
Except for the sword that he conjured in his hand whenever he lost his temper.
Let's see. Attack roll or saving throw? I'm thinking of who the third person would be best to give a bless to. Because with Navis charging and forward, he should theoretically have a help with saving throws. Attack rolls, but saving throws for sure. With Vampire Guy, actually fighting. Polyon, right, yes. Prisma doesn't need help with attack rolls and saving throws if she's doing the stealth sabotage bit. The difficulty here is between Dominicus and Korn. Can Korn still enlarge?
I think it comes back on a short rest, and he got a short rest. I might be wrong.
Just waiting for that green light.
Cornelius?
You know.
Nah. I'll just get into his stuff and read it real quick.
Seriously? Dainichi.
Yes.
You are Cornelius.
Sorry, I missed what was going on because I got up to get a drink.
Just asking if your giant might comes back on a short rest, or if you have another.
It actually doesn't say.
Really? It's that vague?
Yeah, it says that it lasts for 1 minute, and that I can use as a bonus action. It does not, however, say when I get it back.
We can leave that distinction up to the DM, I guess.
Maybe you could just do it at will.
Apparently.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
I mean, without any limitations, that's what that comes off as.
Basically,
It says... Yeah, I don't think you copied and pasted the full thing. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses of it whenever you finish a long rest.
Where did you get this from?
I got it from
Wikidot.
the Wikidot.
It's just not full.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna fix that now.
Also, you probably remembered all this stuff, but you also have a bunch of extra stuff like advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. And once on each of your turns, one of your attacks with a weapon or unarmed strike can deal an extra 1d6 damage to a target on hit. Just in case you don't have that somewhere. Apollyon would also say that he wouldn't be able to carry anyone if he was flying with his arms. Kind of flaps his arms as if he's flying, and then has a picking up like he's straining, and then does an X with his arms over his chest.
yeah. proficiency in sign language.
Whenever it comes to him, for some reason you do. It's like his arm movements don't even matter, and it's more like he's kind of talking in your head, but not with actual telepathy. You just get what he's trying to convey.
All right then. So that's fine. But what we would want him to do is after the fires have started, he would come in from the from this end. Did you see the pings? Wait.
Yes, I see the pings, and that is pretty much what he was bringing this up for.
And then he can engage. But if he can't carry anyone, that means Tolson's stuck coming this way with us.
Hang on, he can fly, but how much weight can he carry while flying?
Let me find out.
Well, either way, Prisma's starting to get a little antsy now that you've mentioned giving away all the sugar.
It was
black
just a
sugar.
thought.
I know, but still, she's getting antsy.
Whenever he is flying, he has a strength of 5.
Huh.
Oh no, wait, hold on. I
Yeah,
actually
I
have
say
to.
we should-
I have to check something actually. V. Transform into a magic swarm of bats as an action on his turn. While in this form, can't speak, but you retain your AC, hit points, and ability scores. So never mind. He can carry people while he is in his swarm of bats form.
Okay, easy solution. We have him airdrop Tolston then.
Mm-hmm. And then he can just engage the Minotaur. Tolston can cover for the extra mooks that could, try to interfere. Vitari can do his effort to get his stuff back while we, storm forward and close on in for a flank.
And Apollyon has a strength score of 26.
He may be able to carry more than just that.
I'd be
Well,
able to
it's a 20.
airdrop me. Natus.
He can't carry that much.
Yeah, with a 26,
That'd be dope.
he
but
almost could, because that's 390. You were supposedly a 400. He
It's
almost
4,000.
Yeah, you're a little off there.
could. Listen,
You're off
I
by
didn't
3,600.
carry a 0. I didn't carry a 0. You said, wait, off by 3,600. You said 4,000.
Yeah, and you said 300.
I said 390.
What?
I mean,
For
Does
26.
that really
it's a
matter?
lot, man. That's not.
It's 26 times 15. Right?
Yes.
Hey, do it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's...
For the
Pretty
carrying
sure.
Natus bit.
Oh. Oh. Whoops, wrong end of the equation. I thought he was 400 pounds somehow.
So no, he would be able to carry 2 people if their equipment accounted for it.
Alright, so if he's got 390, and what does his equipment account for? And his own self-weight?
He only has his greatsword and the armor that he's wearing. And the armor that he's wearing is plate mail. So-
That would be like, what, 60, 65, and what's his own personal weight?
His own personal weight, probably, well, it's going to be less whenever he's in bat form. Doesn't seem...
That's true. So then that one probably doesn't even factor.
Yeah, his weight doesn't factor in how much he can carry whenever he's in bat form, because it's basically like wild shape. He's kind of fusing with his armor and weapons.
Okay, so, yeah, the weight of the bat form is like, what, 10 pounds? So like 380?
Well, it's not even a bat, it's a swarm of bats. Which, again, doesn't
Cool.
matter.
Okay. So, okay, going for a 390. At worst, I'm about 90 pounds. Technically, he could bring everyone in except the rhino, because I'm pretty sure that the rabbit isn't over 200. Then again, Tolston. And then the NPCs. Minus Oakrith, who ran away.
Sigismund, around this time, you actually see a figure in the distance coming through a tunnel. It's kind of in the side of the wall. It doesn't seem to have any paths around.
Kind of just snap on over to him with a beep.
And with your binocu eyes, you see Oakrith. But he is not really in a position to be able to communicate with you guys.
Oh no?
No, so you guys are around here. He's on a wall on this side.
I'm waiting for a ping. Haven't seen a ping.
Ooh,
Can you see it now?
I see. Yes.
I did.
It's on the east wall, northeast wall.
Over here?
Hmm? Ping. Whitney.
Over here.
Oh, I was close.
That's not northeast wall.
And he's not on the map that of the area that you can see.
Alright. So,
I was kind of just waiting for him to be brought up, and then that was going to happen.
well, our approach is rather... Our opening plan is rather fine. I'm not thinking the mooks are going to be able to really do as much as the big Minotaur guy could do to us. And I'm fairly certain Apollyon knows what he's doing if he wants to engage. So really, the only unaccounted fors are the other three. Aladdin, Stint, and what's the other name?
Look who's good with names.
It's hard to forget Aladdin, okay? Let's be fair here. And the reason I remember Stint is because we have a specific reaction when I mentioned him before. When I mentioned him in the last session, he was like, "Don't worry about it." And I'm like, "Well, now I'm worrying about it."
Is there someone seriously named Aladdin?
Well,
Yeah.
our characters don't know that.
So,
But they really are named Aladdin?
yes, his name is Aladdin. His name is Aladdin the Chaser. The things you miss when you're not here.
I don't know why this is so funny.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
But anyway, going
yes,
to the next in line is Dominicus, though. Does Dominicus have any thoughts on these plans?
He does. He texted me saying, "Let's distract." That's his plan.
All right.
Distract who?
Who else?
He was responding to me saying, "I worry if we don't engage the big dude, he will just rape the princess." So
I don't think he's savvy of exactly what we've ended up with. Like he's working with not the right information.
I kind of just took that as that he would be part of the distraction team, you know?
Like being lifted in by the swarm of bats?
No, like frontal assault with the burning tents and everything. That's going to distract a bunch of people all to all kinds of different places. A bunch of chaos, you know?
Okay. Alright, so Sieg will bless Apollyon. Tolston is going in there. As a player, I don't have respect for Tolston, but Sieg wants the people who are in to be as safe as possible. I can't upcast. And the Rhino. So yeah, almost the same as before. Just this time instead of Dominicus, it'll be Tolston.
Okay.
Blessed thy.
I'm just thinking as well that maybe if Sieg's in a saddlebag, maybe Cornelius can be on Nadis's back to make use of my extra movement.
I mean, not a bad idea. Certainly, it would be more useful than having him run on his own. Poor Tolston, though. This plan is going to be rough on his old knees.
Well, he better start summoning a sword soon, or else his son's not going to get to see. Or reverse. He's not going to get to see his son get into adulthood.
Yeah, I want to avoid that, so...
I'm fairly certain if he is in mortal danger, that he'll maybe think twice about using that sword.
Varsum even comes up and says, "What's my job?"
Here in the distraction crew. Or the frontal assault distraction crew, sorry.
Yeah, we'll put
Someone
him on
else
behind
can say that.
Cornelius.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not with y'all, but it'd be good for him just to ride on with Natus and
Yeah.
this.
Whatever you decide. Are you controlling him again, Denichi?
Actually, now that I think about it, Vitari can bless. And while not armored, it's probably best that Vitari not try to draw attention beyond doing a bless. And
Wow.
due to his position, precarious position here, no one's going to target him for attacks.
We'll see. I
Can
only have one spell slot, so
can Vitari bless without drawing aggro in this particular situation where he's one of the captees?
Well, you don't know.
Because if Vitari also blesses, then I can actually put the blesses on the ones that are going to be on this side.
I would need to see those people.
Do not try to pickpocket
Yeah.
Cornelius.
Not where you're standing. You're like 5 feet or 10 feet away.
Doesn't mean she can't try.
I would allow you to try to pickpocket Cornelius, yes.
What's that, a stealth?
Sleight of hand. Versus his passive perception.
Seek is just staring at her.
Yeah, but you haven't been talked to, so you ain't gonna say shit.
I won't say anything. You're correct, but people can usually tell when my head snaps over other places.
But you still ain't gonna say shit. What's your passive?
Cornelius,
Yes.
what's your passive perception as Prisma is attempting to sleight of hand and pickpocket you for the candy?
My passive perception is 12.
She didn't
However,
want the
I-
candy, but she wants the candy.
I want the candy.
Hmm.
But I don't want the candy. But I want the
I don't
candy.
know. I don't know. I feel like being glared at by the robot would at least unnerve her a bit to say that she would have disadvantage.
She
Or
will
at the
look at
very
you.
least, tip.
She will grin and she will take the candy.
Yeah. She gives no F's to the robot's stare.
Mm.
Now Pixie gets their
Intimidation.
robot.
So you are able to get 1 candy.
How's that not an intimidation check?
I got a candy.
Because you didn't ask to do one, for one. And I don't really let you guys do social roles against each other unless you want to.
Well, you
Prisma will
know.
just
I want you guys to be able to control your own characters with, like, let's say somebody doesn't like the idea of your plan and can't come up with an idea, but just doesn't want to do it for some reason. Like, I don't want to kill the Pope. That's not a good plan to me because I am holy. And then you're like, I want to roll persuasion. And then you roll a high enough persuasion, and now this holy person has to kill the Pope even though they don't want to, because their character wouldn't want to. That's why I don't have you do, like, persuasions and intimidations against each other.
Look, I have no moral compass. Prisma.
Alright, you got 1 candy, though.
I got a candy! I got a candy!
I'm sad I don't have my cloud rune, or I'd have proficiency with sleight of hand and steal it back.
Well, you don't know it's been stolen from you.
Well, you don't know she took one.
That is
candy,
also
but-
true.
Say.
Which I will
Oh.
stash behind my back and then just float back into place like I didn't move.
Wait,
It's like,
one thing that is actually important is, does Cornelius notice that I'm looking at her? Because that's how I, do anything as far as conveying the idea.
I mean, yes, that is.
so hard to rat me out.
So far, it seems like most people just kind of ignore you based on past experiences these past 15 sessions, whenever you look at stuff, for the most part anyway. So you would actually have to make some kind of noise to indicate that you're
Yes, they are.
doing things.
Yeah, they're kind of dumb.
On the other hand, since we are dosing the Minotaur, perhaps
That
he
one
should hand
candy
off
might be
the.
the tipping edge. Oh, wait. Who would be putting the dosage of the candy into the Minotaur?
Give
It
to
would be
me.
Vitari, but how does
I'll
it get there in
do
the first
it.
place?
You already have a job.
What's my job?
And put
Setting
oil
fire
on
to the tents.
Set them on fire. Yeah.
I didn't know
I
that
mean,
was
she
on
can do
fire.
both.
Yes,
Well,
I
it's
can.
physical.
You can trust me.
I don't
Why is
trust
it that
Whitney
whenever
first.
anyone ever says that line, it becomes the most untrustable thing ever?
She's gonna take it
I
all,
mean,
and then
Why
she's
are
just
you
gonna
letting-
throw all kinds of arrows. The characters don't know that.
Still, you rat me.
on the other hand, what could be more useful for distributing the candies than a swarm of bats?
Just light my arrows on fire. Like, wee.
I'd say, considering that how many lollipops does she have? Total?
Also, I'm telling you,
She's got
I told you
two candies with the drugs in it.
one in my
Okay,
possession.
so, air quotes, distributing 2 lollipops can be done by anyone. Just have someone put one on each hand and fling it.
That is true.
It's a lollipop. The worst thing it will encounter in the air is wind resistance.
They're also sized for her, though.
Okay, it probably won't get anywhere because of the air in the air.
I was just saying that they
Being
would.
a smaller projectile means it would encounter less wind resistance.
being a smaller projectile means it has less mass to carry its momentum. Therefore,
Game.
Yes.
This is a game.
Too bad we just can't bake it into a
well,
cake.
this is scientists. Stupid English language. I hate words.
So y'all gonna do your plan yet, or what's up?
I mean, we've come up with a plan now. We're just going to execute it, yeah?
Yeah,
Well,
just
yeah.
wait for Prisma to go invisible and go do stuff instead of trying to steal from our own party.
well,
You bitch.
Oh,
Vitari's still got one more thing.
I would say we
He's
can-
next in the thing, and then you guys can execute your
so they
plan.
can execute their plan. All right.
And I should probably give Prisma that oil flask.
Prisma will quickly tuck away the candy so that she can take the oil flask. And she'll just be like, thanks.
Have that. I got that. Then
To which Cornelius will respond with just a small nod.
what I got in my pocket here.
And inside Prisma's like, he doesn't suspect a thing.
Got that. That's the only one that causes some damage.
Sigismund, you see Okrith is climbing the wall.
Yeah, he's gonna drop the stalactites. So yeah, after locking on to Prisma, my head kind of just snaps up to now follow a guy going up, you know. And then yeah,
Okay, okay. I don't have that much stuff on me. I can always summon my spear in my hand. If necessary.
Alright, but Vitari, do you have anything you want to do? Just kinda, you got the drink in your hand, you're being
Not
pushed
much.
some food.
do you have a censored version of that picture that you made? Because you know, then you could we can display it for everyone.
Technically, I'm in my underclothes, and I do have a picture of that.
Yeah,
The
we.
micro penis.
I don't really think that's
Immersive.
necessary right now, but
What do you mean?
it's not necessary. Gonna.
Display your art. It only gets you more jobs.
That's
I mean, he
Fine,
does have a fair point.
I can't.
It's okay to just admit that you want the femboy half naked on your screen.
That's funny.
I mean, I wouldn't say no.
See, I'm
Is,
doing the justice of
I
being the
bet
guy with
Kokuzo
the
wouldn't say
voice.
no either.
I'm doing the justice no one has the courage to ask. To be the most talkative guy out of game and the least talkative in game. Yes.
I sub my channel divinity.
And you have racials.
I should have done that. I do have my racial.
And who
that.
says I'm
Where's
not
my
a
finger?
Oh man, think about activating that racial, like, during.
What's your racial?
I mean, that's an idea.
Ugh.
Haven't shown you guys yet. You know, I haven't seen this. I haven't felt it necessary.
God.
Lasts for a minute, but I can cast searing light throughout my whole body. That kind of hurts me as well. It hurts
Oh.
everything in a 10-foot radius around me.
Ah.
So I mean, yeah, causing that during.
Well, you know, you
Melt the
could
pee-pee.
either-
Melt
That's
it off.
exactly what I was gonna say. If you damage that ball sack, that he may
Yeah.
not be able to succeed his plan. Give
I have
him
a
ultra
plan.
light cancer.
I have a plan for if I see commotion. If I don't, I assume they're not here or haven't found us or taking it slower. Then I have that to have a last little ditch effort.
Well, personally, I'm at the stage of, well, once Prisma goes and does it, then we can finally commence. I'm at that stage.
But sorry again, he's ready to summon his spear in his hand and use his channel divinity if he sees anybody else helping him. Not really a chance to talk to Janice or Aladdin, right?
Oh, you're able to speak at will. It doesn't seem like
Well,
the
I mean, like,
Minotaur really cares.
more of a private conversation out of his ears.
You
I don't
know,
think I'm
You could
out of
attempt to
his sight.
stealth. He is distracted at the moment
Ah,
as he pulls one of those unwilling harem girls into his lap.
what kind of pull into his lap? Wink, wink.
Stealth,
He's
I got a
still
-2 on
clothed.
stealth. It's not worth it.
Oh. But does he have like a loincloth kind of clothes? Or is it?
It's more of a diaper.
That's funny for a big Minotaur.
I guess it would be more of a fundoshi, actually. So it's got the
Oh.
the loincloth-esque flaps, but has a close in on it.
Okay, well that's normal, depending on your ethnicity.
Where's the Janice dude? The dark elf? Where's
Janice
he standing?
is right
compared
here.
to-
He's just
Oh, he blends in.
meekly.
So
Yes, he does. But
You can put an aura
Okay.
around him so we can see him easier.
all right, that's
Just
a
make the aura 0 range.
that's a
he's
pretty good
sneaky
idea.
and- I guess maybe just try to sneak in there. He feels like he'd be real scared and wouldn't talk to me. Alright, I'll try to stealth a conversation.
I'll give
to
him- What color do you think will stand out?
Red.
Probably a white.
White,
White one
A
stand out.
bright
Great
color.
background.
Stand out.
bright.
Pink
He's a
stands out.
drow, so I want to make him purple automatically.
Ah, sure.
Serious
Alright.
color where I come from.
There you go. Can you see him? Better, at least.
You need to designate it for everyone to see it.
God,
He's still the same.
It's a ... that's next to the thing.
that's dumb.
Whoa. There you go. Now we can see it.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I don't have a good stealth. I got -2, so I'll try to.
Damn it! Here.
Like, hey,
You don't have heavy armor on at the moment.
I don't have heavy armor.
So
at
you-
the moment.
You don't have your
It's still a 0.
Well, doesn't he still have disadvantage because of his
I have
whatever armor?
this
no,
advantage
he
because
doesn't
of
have any of his armor on. But yeah, it's
Oh, that's right.
it is
I
still
mean,
a
it
0. A 2 minus 2. Never thought
I
I'd
said
ever
that
see
is
that.
true. I said it wasn't worth it.
Honestly, how the hell did that even happen?
At least it's not a -1.
How did that
Uh.
even happen? You have like a 7 or a 6 for your dexterity?
I have a -2 on my deck, so I have a 6.
Wow.
So yeah, I just like, hey, trying to get him to look at me.
Just yelling.
In the
Pretty much.
stealthiest possible way that you know how. You go, hey. You start out low and then get it higher.
Hey. Oh
I'm sorry, Joey. I don't think you have the ability to do that voice.
no. All right, well,
Well,
that's it.
the
I
Minotaur
couldn't do that part either.
looks to you, says, "Stint." The Sandskin wants to talk to you. And you see
Ah,
Janice
he
just and then kind of on his butt just kind of scooches What?
Are you alright?
Oh, yeah. Great. I love being a bandit that I never wanted to be a part of. Yeah, it's great. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Love being a plaything whenever he doesn't have his women around. That's awesome.
Oh. I just kinda gently reach for his hand. Just a little comfort.
He seems to flinch away from it just a little bit, but doesn't move.
Just
He gets that you're not really going for him, you know?
yeah.
So,
I just what he said your name was Stint?
Janice Stint.
Janice Stint. I'm Vitari.
Nice to meet you.
S-
Sorry it
figured-
couldn't be under better circumstances.
Yes. So, I mean, I'm always hopeful that things get better.
You can give up that hope.
You know, I was gotten out of other tough situations.
Well, I haven't been able to.
Well, how long have you been here with them?
About 2 years.
2 years. I guess fruitless and trying to get away.
Yeah, I've tried to dimension door out, but once I start running on my own, I'm not fast enough to get away. And it can only dimension door so many times.
Huh.
He likes to keep me around. Wizards are rare.
Yes,
I hope you're not a cliche looking wizard.
can't say I've ever met a wizard.
Yeah, but I don't have very many spells because my book is kind of empty. So I got what I got when I was got, you know?
Ah. You and your other friend over there, he been here as long?
He's pretty new.
Doesn't seem like he fits in.
Honestly, I think he would actually be able to get out of here if he wanted to. Doesn't really seem to like Nasus, but he kind of has this phrase that he says all the time.
Oh, what is that?
Gotta eat to live, gotta steal to eat. Otherwise, we'd get along.
Well. I think Vitari makes a little more just small conversation and trying to comfort him. The women, I don't know how much comfort and give since they're probably all just keep getting grabbed.
Actually, now that I think about it, if it's been like a year, 2 years actually, then that means he's been doing this whole, stealing women and having his way with them thing. So what happened to the pregnant ones?
I was going to comment on that earlier. Hopefully the tents are not filled with pregnant women and children.
More likely they died in childbirth. It was
Yeah.
fairly common in pre-industrial societies.
Well, now you're making me
Yeah.
fear burning the tents.
Have I seen
You don't have to
Any-
worry about burning
any
these.
children and stuff in this game?
Ow, these
No,
tents.
you
Or
haven't seen any.
pregnant women?
You haven't seen any children.
Anybody pregnant?
Nope, you haven't seen anybody pregnant.
Yeah,
At least
I
not
crossed the
those.
line at the killing of the children bit, but
All right, then yeah, I just do
I
that.
mean,
Comfort.
I say
I will-
cross, I meant draw. I draw the line.
will
Sorry,
pass
cross
on
is the
my-
opposite of what I'm trying to say.
You would actually know that he would not be able to get any of these women pregnant.
And that's why she laughed.
Ah,
Unless he
would
had
Vitari?
a specific magic item.
Oh
think
my
Vitari
god,
wouldn't
is
be
it that
thinking
one
about
that
that.
changes thing? That was in
Uh,
campaign one.
yes, it is that. The Amulet of Immaculate Conception.
So then that means that the princess probably should
Making a
not be
repeat
laughing.
appearance.
Okay, so it doesn't stop him from hurting anybody.
No, he'll probably just do
From
it for fun.
violating people. Okay, then yeah,
Gotta have it
that's
fun.
that's my turn. I just I feel like that dude needs some comfort. Because I'm sure even the women seem a little more rugged than him.
That's actually a very good move. Because if you can manage to turn Janus against this guy, then he loses his access to teleportation. And teleportation is a strong contender for being really useful.
Alright, so to the group. Start your plan.
You wonder if we're coming at all.
Vitari's wondering, curious, and he's like, maybe I can make a friend out of this guy.
You've only known us for like roughly 5 days.
Yeah, we do know that we all have the same goal with the princess.
And he's with the princess, so
And so, I'm just being a hopeful guy.
all right. Your faux turn order is over, and you may start going about your plan, step by step.
Step 1.
Go, Prisma.
What am I doing? Just
You're-
You're
lighting
the
off-
signal. Go invisible, go in there, put oil in the tents, and lay them on fire.
Once the first fire's lit, is that the rest of us to move?
Once
Or
the
do we
fire
wait-
is lit, they won't see how it happened, but they will see fires become fire. And at that point, Apollyon would drop in over at the other, over here. So technically, I guess if we want to be real specific, Apollyon would get in position before you light the fires. Except I mean, who am I really telling besides we? So
Just to hear yourself talk.
it's do we like imply that Apollyon's already in position?
Apollyon is just waiting for everyone else to be ready. In his mind, he is still commander of this outfit.
Well, he should be aware of the plan.
He's all good with the plan. He's just waiting for everyone else.
So
Huh?
can someone tell him a given position? Because we can't begin the plan if he's not even in position. He has to travel across the map.
What do you mean, get in position? He's in position to pick up anybody after he transforms.
I mean, ideally, we're going to want him and Toltzner already in the air when the fires are set.
Preferably around this airspace.
All right. And did you choose a second person because he can hold two?
And that's actually the only thing we haven't decided. Does anyone want to go with him? Because technically, if Vitari can bless him, then he doesn't even need a bless from me. And I can save that bless for the frontal form.
Well, you should have
mean-
put in your plan.
Because Vitari doesn't know that he needs to bless, but he doesn't need his armor spellcast. So he could still do that. Does he need his focus, Wheat?
He does need
And
a
his
focus
spear?
for
His focus?
anything that needs a material component.
Freak. Does bless need a material component?
I don't think
I
it does.
I think I don't have bless on my thing prepared. So.
I think Bless needs holy water, but that's it.
A sprinkling of holy water. Fuck.
Well, his spear is actually his focus, which he can summon.
Okay, so
Again, I don't
Yeah.
have bless.
when did you remove
One
it?
of the. I've moved it a while ago. I moved it from the last time we were able to rest. I was like, alright, I'll say I'm gonna try this stuff. And well, I don't got it.
So what would you remove it for?
But I told you, you shouldn't make those plans with me in mind to do something there.
I mean, now that you removed one of the strongest cleric spells ever.
Yeah, well, another cleric was doing it.
Yeah, with limits, and when we have a party that's bigger than 3
Yeah.
people.
And do other stuff like throw a flaming spear on a couple people.
We all saw how good that was.
Nada's just let out like a big sigh.
Okay, so bless what's his name? The 3 that I said, blessed thy, and then they would go and get into position, and Prisma would also go and get into position to start the fires. About it.
Yeah, because I was gonna say if he's carrying 2 people, it should probably be Tolston and Dominicus, I want to say, or me and Tolston.
It can
If he
only
carries-
be you, because I was intending to hide in the bag so that my concentration doesn't get broken easily, and I can then heal the rhino. Dominicus rides the rhino. You're the only one who is technically a freeform player, because Prisma has to start the fires.
Alright, so then I will be the second airdrop. I will go giant form when he airdrops me and use plunging rays.
Okay then.
If Varsam's on Nadis's back, do you mind if I control him?
I would say go for it.
I don't mind.
Okay. Well, there you go. Soon as everyone's in the proper position, we just go in. How many turns how much time progresses between my casting of Blast and the start of the fire, which is then the go point?
Well, Prisma, are you good with all this? Are you ready to start this?
Yeah!
All right. Well,
Invisibility!
invisibility. All right, and you see as Prisma turns herself invisible. That's like an hour, right?
It says, according to this, it says, it doesn't say how long it lasts.
Post it so everyone else could read it.
It just says you cast invisibility.
Yeah,
as a second level
concentration
spell.
up to 1 hour.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I meant for you to actually look at the invisibility spell.
I don't have it written down. I'll have to put it in my spell slot. So I can.
You can
And
grab
the
it from the compendium.
Well, I have to write down what it means in here.
You can grab it from the compendium real fast. Super easy.
Yeah,
simple.
yeah. I'll do it here in a minute. But yeah. So taking the oil, and I'm just going and dunking oil all over the tents
All right. And
on the top.
how many... Does your oil have a number of uses on it?
I mean, does it? How many uses does an oil flask have?
It
It's just
holds
an item.
1 pint.
Ah,
I'm giving
How-
each a couple of drops to at least get enough to ignite it.
Yeah, they're pretty dry
Yeah.
tints, and that's all you'd really need to get it to start fast.
Yeah. So then.
So
all
yeah,
of a
1
sudden,
pint,
fires-
you got enough. You got enough to hit all of them.
Okay. Oh, when you say all of them, you mean all of them.
Yeah, which one
You know.
did you think she wasn't gonna hit all of them?
Well, the thing that I don't like about it being all of them is that she does have a movement limit speed.
Oh
Which
yeah,
then
hold
means-
on. 1 second.
Yeah. Which then means she can't do that all in under a minute.
No, she has an hour-long concentration on.
Yeah, but the bless, I mean.
Oh, well, yeah, whatever. That's not what I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have you roll a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Because I forgot.
Oh no.
That she needs drugs.
Best laid plans.
Oh
And I-
man, that candy's so tasty as it's sliding into your gullet.
Okay. Nuber, I felt like that was a nudge at me, but she's the one that stole the candy on her own, okay? There's nothing.
Nudge. That's just like a famous saying.
Crispin
Okay.
doesn't even realize she's doing it. She's just in the middle of doing it, and she's just like.
She does have bless though.
No, she doesn't.
Oh, she doesn't.
No, I'm not. She's not to be attacking in this phase.
Ah. Oh right, and it's guidance that gives on
I have
saving throws.
inspiration.
Bless also does saving throws.
That does nothing.
Bless does attack rolls and saving throws, not ability.
Do you want to
checks.
use your inspiration to re-roll?
Yeah.
All
Wait,
right.
that's re-roll, not just
Yeah,
you know.
re-roll.
okay.
Ah, come on.
Man, that candy's so tasty and that inspiration is so wasted. Just like Prisma.
Ah.
Is wasted.
Well,
On the other hand,
At least it doesn't distract her from her job, considering she could just slip it in her mouth as she's working it.
You feel no detriments from your not having it in your system. And for the next hour, you're back to your normal health and your normal strength.
but then afterwards, she's gonna need a stick to pry that monkey off her back.
here we go.
Razor
And-
focus.
If you were missing anything, I don't think you were, but if you were missing any health, since this is... No, wait, this isn't the first one in this 24-hour period, so never mind. But you also have 1 extra attack whenever you take the attack action.
Cool. Even though, the repercussions are going to be astronomical. But still, at least I get to enjoy the benefits now.
Yeah, you don't feel sick anymore. You feel so good.
I feel so good.
But all right, yeah. After spreading a little bit of oil here and there, you've got a little tiny puddle on each of these tents. And
Now that I got that candy in my system, I'm going to take a match and I'm going to strike it and I'm going to go.
all right, and you're starting at that one that you're at?
Yep.
Do wish she started at these, because our frontal assault is dependent on the gate guys turning around.
Well, would Prisma know that?
That would be how it was hopefully conveyed.
Where
I'm
did you say to
surprised.
start?
I mean, initially I thought it would just be these 4 tents. I never point out the ones back over there.
Well, why would I start there if you're trying to come in through there?
Because,
Yeah, that was never actually conveyed.
because you need to get these people to stop paying attention to the entrance.
I mean, even if the entire back of the camp goes up in a big inferno, that's probably going to be plenty distracting, especially because that's where their supplies are. They'll probably go running anyway.
Hopefully. They should, I mean. I don't see why not.
Worst case scenario, we can have vampire man airdrop me onto the gate guard.
It's a little too late now anyway. Alright, well, you wouldn't be able to hit them all that fast.
Whee! I just wanted to do it.
But you begin to see the smoke rising on the tents in the distance.
Alright,
It takes a couple of moments, and then another gets lit ablaze. The
Do I
bandits
see that?
notice it pretty quickly and begin to run. Yes, just like was expected. I'm still gonna have them facing forward because I don't want to turn them all around, but they're gonna run to the back to attempt to help put all of these out. I'm gonna go here.
Including the gate guards?
Do what?
Including the gate guards?
No, the gate guards are going to hold their position.
Do they at least turn around?
Oh yeah, they're turning around. They're looking around. Like this one actually comes around here so that he can see a little bit better of what's going on back there. And after a couple of seconds, the one beside him just bursts into flames as well. And then it's and they begin trying to put the fires out. Nasus,
This is it.
the Minotaur, Vitari, you can, since you're right beside him, he gets to his feet and says, "What is going on? Everyone be vigilant. We may be under attack." Maybe. Idiot. Those in the front, eyes on the path. All else put out the flames.
That's
Wait.
surprisingly confident commander.
I mean, this would be the point where he would get attacked. By the drop-in attackers. Because the fires are up and that's the signal.
Yep, I
This
know.
also distracts them from Okrith. How's he gonna use the distraction, I wonder?
Oh, we don't know what he's doing.
I wonder what Okrith's doing. Man, what is going on down there?
That is a fairly good point.
Hopefully.
And boop.
It's like you just cut to Okrith climbing the wall, and he's just like, "What the hell's going on down there?"
Like,
And-
do we move now?
This is... Hold on. This is your surprise
It's
round.
Is it time to be tremendous?
Not yet.
So, you may now roll your initiative, and you get one full round where no one does anything except for you guys.
Okay. Well, can you remove us from the turn order?
I had
Alright, I
already
think
did that. I don't know why it's back. Oh, it's because you rolled your initiative earlier. Whenever I just said do a roll, not an actual initiative roll.
Oh yeah, we did our initiative rolls. Should we just keep those or wipe them
No,
out? Start over?
no.
I mean, I had the presence of mind to not have my token selected when I did it, so...
I
You
just
say
clicked on
presence
my
of
token.
mind.
Yes, I totally forgot.
Yeah. I know you better than this.
So since I was flying by them, did I see if Vitari or the princess was tied up?
Yes, you saw them just fine. They're not being held in binds at all.
Okay.
They joined their team.
that I don't need to go and release them.
Alright, and then I need to...
Cornelius, how the hell did you get up there?
Because I was also dropped by Vampire Guy.
Oh! That's right.
That's just his name now.
Vampire guy.
There's that one for him.
Apollyon.
Oh, let me do my mission. Yeah.
There's Tolston.
You know, I
Dimitri, he would be with you all in the front. With Phineas as well.
Forgot about him, Phineas.
And
Yes. We succeed
Dimitri
in 2 hours of planning.
gets an initiative. Phineas gets an initiative.
But even while still invisible, you can still hear Prisma going,
All right, we're gonna get the we're gonna get the bull guy. We're gonna get him here. We're gonna get him this time.
Robot's just staring at her.
And Okarith.
"What are you staring at? I'm invisible still."
Okay, not directly at you, just at the sound of your voice.
Oh,
You know, you're
Okarith,
right.
I'm
I
gonna
can't-
put him over here.
I can't pinpoint you. But I'm
And
definitely
roll him
looking
an
your general
initiative.
direction.
Sigismund, you actually see that Okarith has made some pretty good wall. It's not ground,
He's going
it's
up.
wall. Yeah, he's been going up and he's actually to the ceiling.
He's gonna stalactite. He's gonna tight that stalag. Or untight that stalag if you get my scissors.
All right. And the first one in this turn order.
Does anyone notice that my head temporarily snapped straight up?
Should... Well, it doesn't actually matter. Janice is
Also,
nice and freaked out as all of this stuff happens around him.
Does everyone get their surprise round first? Or
Oh yeah, I'm just saying in order what their reactions are.
making sure.
Nasus, the Minotaur, is commanding everyone else and doesn't notice as Apollyon, Tolston, and Cornelius drop down. Apollyon now in human form. Or whatever he is under that armor form. Humanoid form.
Oh, yeah.
he's cool is what he is.
Apollyon then begins swinging his sword.
Eat this pinahan. Even a crit.
And he's going to go ahead and attempt one of his blinding curses on him immediately.
That's going to be exceptionally useful here.
And he has to make a Constitution saving throw to... He shrugs it off. The curse cannot take hold. But he does deal extra damage. And He gets an extra 3d6 necrotic from his life-stealing blade.
Yeah.
It does not want to roll the dice.
Alright, so your number here is 46.
And this is before Nasus is raging.
63 damage. That's like a lot of damage. Did you guys know that?
I mean, depends on what you're up against, but
That's like a lot of damage.
That is
Boy,
the end
I
of
have
his
the
turn.
best points like ever.
Phineas's turn. He
Man, I will toast to that. Let me give it
is
some
going to run forward, pulling out a javelin. And he is going to throw that javelin. Man. Missing his target.
Rolled a 4 and a 1.
Sigismund, it's your turn.
Did you know that I didn't know I had the highest initiative roll of all the players? And so, Sieg, you just hear beep boop, boop as it prepares a heal to tap whoever's in arm's range, which would be the Rhino and probably Dominicus's leg.
Or
From
Varsum.
the sack. I'm not too sure he's that big. Like to have his legs drooping down long enough on the side, unlike the gigantic cat. Or big cat, not gigantic.
All right.
But hey, what do you think? Is the kid big enough for me to be able to reach out and touch his leg?
Probably, yeah.
probably at least his boot.
Okay, so if any of those three that are arriving that I'm in reach of take damage, then I will heal the damage.
Oh,
As I
wait. I
prepare
just
my
thought of
action.
something. I always forget about this until it's too late.
Oh, actually no, that's a bad idea. I will actually, because I realize I'm in the surprise round. Preparing my action's the stupidest thing ever. I'm gonna give it another turn before they get one turn. Dar. Anyways, so this guy right here, gonna just blast him in the back of the head. Does cut dunk shunk.
There is a fence in your way.
Oh, then which one isn't there a fence in my way?
You are not in there yet, so all of them have a fence in your way.
Oh, my range is 60 feet, so and Natus is fuck. So that means I get disadvantage.
No, you don't have line of sight. I know it's like a slatted fence here, but it is actually a full fence that you cannot see through.
Okay, well, then that is my conserved action for when I do see someone before my next turn, because I am moving along with Navis, so if Navis gets in there...
Oh, don't worry. You're gonna get line of sight on someone pretty soon. Because it's Dimitri's turn. And he is going to walk up to the
Hammer time.
fence,
I gotta get in there!
and he is going to thunderclap next to that fence. And because of what he is, his cantrips actually do more damage.
Is that fence metal?
The fence is not metal, it's wood.
Darn.
Which means shrapnel aplenty.
I was about to say, because if he was like gonna make an electrical current that went all throughout the fence, all around, so that anybody standing next to the fence had to
It's
make
not
a
lightning
constitution-
damage.
I wish, though.
It's a sonic damage.
You can picture that idea, and it would be so cool.
Baby, come back.
And that's how much extra damage he does to that fence, destroying the 3 squares worth next to him. And you now have line of sight. And that makes it to where you guys don't have to file in single file through the... Yes.
Alright, so
Which, tactically, if you were defending something, would be worse, but because you're storming it, it actually helps. And then he's going to use the rest of his movement to come in.
my opinion of him would turn. I'd like this guy if he says the amazing line of knock knock.
Well, he didn't have any one-liner prepared for that because there was technically no door. He may have done it if there was a door, but... Prisma!
Also, the damage for the guy is 7 thunder, and he loses 10 movement speed.
Alright. This one right here?
This one, yes, that one.
Okay, for it's Prisma's turn. She's going to keep up pace with Dimitri.
She's still invisible.
Yes, she is, but not for long. Because I don't want to waste this surprise attack round. So, with my bonus action, I'm going to take a Medusa Venom Vial and coat some arrows.
Alrighty.
Oh.
You got 3 arrows with Medusa Venom. And is that your last
Sweet.
vial? I don't remember.
I haven't. I still have.
She has 2.
That was the last use of 1 vial. I have 1 vial left.
Alright.
So, with one of my arrows, I'm going to aim for this guy over here, straight ahead. And pew! Whoops, I forgot to add the Medusa. There
Does
we
that
go.
add to your hit chance?
Well,
No.
she's still invisible because of the invisibility, and then it wears off after the hit. So, you're technically still going to get advantage from this.
Cool.
And that 14 hits.
Yeah!
Eat it! Eat this pinahin.
And you see, as that toothpick flies through the air, sticks him right in the neck, and that Medusa Venom starts bubbling his veins.
Does he scream, though?
Oh, yes, he's screaming as he drops.
Give him the
Blood flowing from his mouth.
And now we know that they have less than 21 HP.
And since I've got a second attack, I'm going after this guy next.
Go
And
for it.
pew!
That hits. Same thing. Same deal. Get him in the hand, and that Medusa Venom courses through and just eats him from the inside.
Prisma's just like, wow, that stuff really packs a punch.
It's the first time I've hit with it. It's really strong.
Yeah!
Alright. Is that the end of your turn?
See?
Alright, Ocarith
Country.
is slowly making his way above people. He's in the sky. He's not on the ground here. But so I'm gonna put him like right there. And he is gonna make an attack. Well, actually, I guess he can't really make an attack with his sword because he can't hold on to the wall. Sigismund, because you're the only one who could see this, you see as he begins to kind of bubble in his hand, this black ooze, and then he starts to push it into a stalactite. And you can see that stalactite is beginning to melt. And if he keeps at that, he'll have dropped 1.
It's time I play Donkey Kong.
Cornelius, it is your turn.
Now, my question is, am I considered to be dropping for this attack?
If you want to start your attack while you're in mid-drop, you would have been able to tell him, Apollyon, how far you want to be dropped from as well.
Excellent. So, while I'm dropping from, how high can I safely drop from?
It's a d6 of damage per every 10 feet above 10 feet.
Okay, 10 foot is fine, because I need to drop at least 5 for what I have in mind.
Oh no, he said 10 foot above 10, so you need at least 20.
So yeah, you only take falling damage if you're falling 20 or more feet. But
yes, which is why I said 10 is fine.
Okay, then yeah, he would drop you where you wanted, and then drop everyone at the same distance.
I thought
Now-
the damage you deal to him increases.
Oh, it does, but until he, unless he is immune to fall damage, he would take half of his falling damage, and so would the Minotaur.
Yeah, and while plunging raise does give me immunity to fall damage, that's only if I make a successful attack.
I mean, I think his AC is really high. It was 22, I believe. So,
Yeah, and that's why I'm dropping from 10 foot and not 20.
Is a surprise attack work that whole flat? Oh, you don't do flat. You should.
But it does mean that my first melee attack before landing, this one that I'm making now, is at advantage.
That's cute. Let's be fair here. What's your attack roll number?
I mean, it's
Why
a
don't you just
+4.
roll your attack?
He has a 10% chance of landing. Or was it 15?
Well, in any case, I'm going to use my bonus action while I'm falling to trigger Giant's Might.
Alrighty.
And
think
then
that
I
would-
shall attack my plunging attack.
Holy shit, he
The
landed.
plunging attack. The best
See,
attack game.
This just means that you were being negative for no reason.
Cautious, not negative.
And
Cautious.
there's your large size for you.
He gets me. No one else gets me.
But yeah, you hit with that. Again, because he is not raging, you deal the full damage.
Now, as I don't have extra attack yet, that is going to be my turn.
Alright,
He doesn't understand.
Tolston uses his action to grab the princess and swoop her behind him and Apollyon. Actually, she'd be right there. And beside Cornelius. And that's kind of what he has to do with his action. He can't do anything else. Vitari! Technically, they got a surprise round on you, too.
Yeah, I was like, what? And so yeah, I'm surprised by this as well.
Alright. But Natus... Sorry, Joey.
Yeah, I didn't know
Is it
when they would ever show
time?
up. So.
Oh, he's typing.
Natus and Dominicus right next to each other. By
The
sheer
anxiety is
coincidence.
Yeah.
Oh. I thought he was typing it to say,
God,
"Nay, this time would be tremendous."
No, because I thought it was Vitari's turn, so I just took a big bite of a cake. Okay.
You could type it. That's
Is Tanner here?
I haven't heard of him in a long time.
I haven't heard him.
Perhaps we should consult the Ouija board.
Okay.
Ouija board.
I will. Oh, where's my ruler gone? Oh, it's tiny. Okay. So yeah, I'm not even going to bother with these little pipsqueaks.
Take us all in.
Alright, well, everybody that you're passing by, other people will get to try to make attacks against because with ranged weapons and stuff, so... Yeah, move however far you want to move.
With ranged weapons?
Yeah.
So that's my movement, but I am going to dash, but we'll attack. Varsum can attack this guy.
Alright. I'm going to say that since he's also riding with you, he can be right behind you and Dominicus in the turn order.
Okay. Thank you.
I don't actually see him, so...
Yeah, I didn't do it.
Yeah, so just...
I moved him.
you can either do it and just put him in between you, or you can, as long as you remember that he's going to be going on Natus's turn.
I'm happy with that.
All right. That
Oh,
hits.
Shit, that hits.
Nice. There's no damage. But,
And he did it from Rhino back.
Nice, yeah. Just
Boy.
a D4.
I think he might actually get a level.
Nober, you just click on the sling name and it'll project the damage.
Okay.
That said, I kind of wish we'd go with yours.
Well, we are going with mine. Why would you roll my damage? You know.
Because I thought that you said that they didn't have a damage roll because it was broken. I went
Go
with that.
Varsum. Go Varsum. It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Kiss can also throw an axe at him as well. Maybe they did it at the same time.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Go for it. Any reason that you might have advantage?
Surprise turn.
Yeah, no reason. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, technically that doesn't...
Yeah.
Surprise turn. They're all surprised.
Yeah,
some
but
black
technically they just don't get a turn for the first round in combat.
Doesn't mean you have advantage. You go first.
Take some black ice or get an extra turn.
Hmm.
And just to mention, just in case.
You know what? You're gonna have advantage because I want you to. That's the... Because there's a reason that I want you to. Oh my god. With synchronicity, Dominicus throws that axe, and Varsum slings that stone. The axe hits, and the stone drives the axe farther in, killing him, because that was too cool to pass up. The hammering with the
First kill.
stone.
Note to self: DM will forego the rules if it's cool.
That's
Slapped you in
always
the
been a
face
rule.
Earlier.
This
Yeah.
surprises you. Wheat's always been a fan of the rule of cool.
I
You
know.
win.
I'm playing.
That's the most blatant I've ever cheated about it, though.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it.
So I'm also flowing steps. so I've got +2 to my AC.
Nice.
And I will end our turns.
Well, that only really matters whenever you are running away from something for opportunity attacks. But yeah. And your turn was that? That was also Dominicus's turn.
Mhm.
Now, all of the bandits who are surprised do not get to move, and they're like, "Ah!" As some of them are just like randomly screaming and dying.
Is there enough panic in the air to create a noise cover? Meaning that not all bandits will even notice that we've come in?
I'm
Well,
gonna
sure that guy
not
his partner dropped
gonna
dead.
deal with that right now. Aladdin doesn't seem fussed about this and just kind of slowly steps to his feet.
Goddamn Arabian Night.
I mean, he still doesn't get his turn, but that's why he's so low on the initiative. Next,
See, I appreciate Whitney being here because she can appreciate my Aladdin joke.
I wonder if anyone didn't get his little phrase about gotta steal to eat, gotta eat to live.
Gotta eat to live.
I
Otherwise
didn't
we'd
get
get
it.
along.
gotta eat to live, gotta steal to eat. Otherwise, we'd get along.
The only people I know that got it was Dainichi and what's her face.
I got it. I love that stuff.
I love it.
But it's Janice's turn.
Why do you say it that
Janice
way?
is kind of panicking still. But as Nasus is slashed in the back, he shouts to Janice, "Do something about this!" What do you want me to say, Janus?
Yes, Janus.
It
He
doesn't.
just wants to say anus.
It's Janus.
Giannis would also be an appropriate pronunciation.
Yes.
I just realized that
But
I'm
I
literally
made
saying
him.
anus.
Or Janice. Because he's a nice guy.
I made him. His name is Janus, and it is pronounced as such. You can go ahead and butcher the pronunciation like you do everyone else's name, but it's still Janus.
What do I butcher?
I wasn't talking to you. Anyway, Nasus commanding Janus to do something about the people behind him. Janus will throw 2 orbs from his hands of sparking electric energy.
You don't have to, Janice.
Would you like to try a persuasion?
Yes. You can do it.
Throw some
Go for
acting
it.
in there.
Yes.
Persuasion. You don't have to do this, Janice. Remember hope.
Come on. Come on.
He looks at you. He looks at Nasus, and this will be against his intimidation,
Oh god.
Oh, god damn it.
which he's
Natural one.
not proficient in. I cannot believe I didn't do that. Too late to add it now.
Yes!
You can't resist this prettier face than that ugly mug up there.
And the one that he hates.
But yeah.
Well, he looks to you, looks to Nasus, and then he throws. I'm just wondering.
This
This
is your
kind of
chance to
completely changed his entire turn.
Alright.
He
Way to
pulls
go.
his wand and casts grease underneath Nasus. No
Grease?
charging for him.
Here we go again. Getting Ted flashbacks.
He is definitely not Ted.
I'm getting some flashbacks myself.
And then he's gonna back off and run away.
There you go. Bye! Don't kill me!
Looks like we've recruited another NPC. Well done, Joey.
Wow. Sadly, he is within reach of Nasus.
Oh no.
10-foot square, you say? So, this grease is like this.
Yep. Weird. It's the perfect size for him.
I know, right?
But with that opportunity attack, I need you to roll. Thank you. No, not twice.
I'd
That
say
lag,
the
though.
I say the second one's the authentic one.
Nah, that's fine. And
Did anyone pick up
Janice
Sentinel?
is hit in the back with that club. But he seems all right. Nasus's turn. Nasus the
Go.
Tyrant uses his bonus action to fly into a rage, and then turns
Yeah,
around.
Make a dex save.
Is it before or after his turn, though?
What do you mean?
Dex
Uh,
save,
when-
not slipping.
When the grease appears.
When the grease
So it's at the end
appears?
of his turn that he has to save.
I haven't read it in a while.
When the grease appears, okay, and then a creature that enters the area or ends its turn there. Okay, so when it appears and at the end. Oh, he should be on the. Hopefully.
He is on the floor.
Does that cancel his attack against Stint?
Yes, I think it would.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
I thought it was on his turn whenever his turn started. Thank you for that. Pointing that
So that-
out, giving him his health back.
So the great thing about that grease is that it's basically payback. You know, you came at me, and here I'm coming at you. It is exactly what you guys think I'm saying.
Of course, man. That's a given now. We know you, dude.
Thank you.
The best part is Grease is like the most OP spell no one ever uses.
I use
So
it.
good in the beginning. It is so good in the beginning when people's saves are not that good yet.
Yeah, it's real great.
But anyway, Nasus, pounding the ground, is going to use half of his movement to stand up, use his bonus action to rage, and then while slipping and sliding around, he's going to attempt to Great Club. I'm gonna randomize this because I don't know. I don't think he'd have as much control with his like slipping and sliding. Let's hope it tries to go for Apollyon.
Is that a 2?
If it
Yeah.
goes for me, I use Warning
Okay.
Glare. I don't know if it goes.
It actually aims for Cornelius. Got a 3.
That's a match.
Match?
Ah!
All right. With your bigger blade, you pull it up and parry it to the side. But he comes at you with another one.
Uh-oh.
That's gonna hit.
All right. Dealing 22 bludgeoning damage. And since he's already used his bonus action, he cannot do any of those extra effects like hitting multiple people, grabbing anyone, or frightening you. So he's gonna throw another one. This time... Well, actually, I think he would kind of target you because you are his size now.
Oh dear.
So, I'm going to go ahead and say that one does go towards you. Which, we know that it hits already.
Do 2 damage.
Yeah, we can only hope. 10.
Oh, he lives. He just sunk a 22 and has a third of his HP left. Means he's good.
Kind of slipping underneath his hooves.
Also, when you stand up, you trigger an attack of opportunity from everyone.
I don't want to be that guy, but I am that guy.
I don't remember that in the rules.
I think that's only in Pathfinder.
I'm sorry about this,
No, it's
Denichi, but
Sentinel.
is that including his rage damage?
Oh,
He's
no, it's
that
not.
guy. You just downed Dainichi.
I didn't
Probably
want
not.
to, but I am a barbarian.
Yeah,
and
add 8 more for the first attack and the second attack.
You just downed Dainichi.
You know,
Okay, yeah, that zeroes me.
I am that guy. I'm sorry. Rage is
I mean,
important to me.
That's important, I was gonna say.
It's all
Hmm.
Besides, I did my part. I got a hit in this time, which is more than I did last time.
I have added a rage damage thing now. Thank you for reminding
Never
me,
gonna be
because
that good
I
with
kind of
the
forgot about it the
rage
whole fight last time.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Might have downed me.
And he is technically, like, turning around to face you guys, but I'm not actually going to turn him around. Because there's a square there, and I don't want to accidentally grab that instead.
I got your back, bro. Whoops, this is my marker thing. Hold on.
But he is going to have to make another dexterity save, which fails, and he slips and falls again.
There you go.
And since it's difficult terrain and he's having to use half of his movement to stand up, I'm just counting that as using all of his movement to stand up. So unless he succeeds on one of these, he's going to have to stay there. Oh, sweet. And now he's turned around.
There you go.
Apollyon, while he's down, has advantage. That's Dimitri, not Apollyon. Where? It's right underneath him. There you go. And he's gonna make 3 great sword attacks. Well, the third one does not hit. Once again, gonna try his blinding blade. Dealing half that. Nice. 15 damage. Nasus is going to make his constitution save. Succeeding. But he takes 15 damage from the slashes.
Apollyon's actually blessed as well. Would that make any of those a success?
He's not blessed, isn't he?
I did bless him. I have a different problem.
Well, then he can attempt roll the slash roll a d4.
Damn it.
Matching.
Okay.
Then, as he's wailing on him on the ground, is now Phineas's turn, who, as he was running towards this bandit sees an axe and a rock fly past him, and he just keeps going. Picking up his javelin on the way and throwing it at this guy, kind of in motion. Hitting. Only for the 7, though.
Look at that 7 E4. I use E as the Spanish version for and.
He's, however,
But-
still up.
Yeah.
He's better with his warhammer. That's obvious.
Is
Sigismund!
he bloody? Is the guy bloodied?
Oh, yes.
So who we shoot again?
Huh?
Who we shoot?
This is the guy that Phineas just attacked.
Okay. I think he's out of my range. I can't support that. Not confidence in rolling. I'm not so even 22. Can't use concentration, so I'm going to ready my action to heal any of the 3 people around me that could take a hit theoretically. As soon as I do. So yes, I prepare that action.
Alright.
So I'm just writing in this knapsack. Giant knapsack.
It's now Dimitri's turn, who... I think this is the first time that Phineas and Dimitri have ever separated in a combat situation. But you see, as Dimitri uses his bonus action and extends that blade of light from the cracked gem in the fuller of his dagger, extending it and turning it into a rapier. And he is going to wreathe that blade in frost and...
Nice.
He's dead.
Yes, yes. The bandit freezes in place, now a statue, unable to move evermore. Prisma!
See. Am I able to dash and still get 1 attack in?
Nope.
No?
Nope, because it gives you an extra attack whenever you take the attack action, which requires your action. And so does dashing.
How far am I able to shoot?
Ooh, I don't remember.
How far did I say I could shoot?
Bows are like really good long range.
Yeah, but she's tiny.
No, didn't
I think I
have
said
the-
we halved the original length or something like that.
How much is the original length?
I don't know. I'm just pulling up your sheet now.
I don't
The-
think it said.
These are things that you should know.
These are.
You have Uno
Candy
Trabajo.
bow, candy bow. Wow, you don't have it on here.
No.
You have
All right,
Uno
well-
Trabajo.
Write it down.
I'm putting it down. Right
I think we
now,
said
just-
short bow.
Yeah.
All right. So half of a short bow is 40/160. 40/160.
That's half?
Yeah.
Wow, that's really good. Although, according to recent things I learned, 40 is before.
Yeah, the range of a normal sized short bow is 83/20.
From your previous position, you could have shot this guy.
You make
And,
it.
you can, but...
You'll be at
apparently
disadvantage.
Yeah, that. The bigger range is disadvantage range. So from here, you would have been able to shoot with normal shot.
Actually, hold on. I'm vaguely remembering we did longbow. So, yeah, I
You're
think
using your
I
knife.
think we did a tiny longbow for you, not a short bow. Do you want to do
Okay.
short bow or longbow?
Will longbow give me bigger distance?
It will. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I vaguely remember doing longbow for your...
Pretty sure I designed it to be a longbow anyway, yeah.
Okay. Then that would instead be 75, 300. So you got a little bit
Those are the
more
halves.
leeway.
Those are the halves?
Yeah, those are the halves.
Holy shit.
150, 600 is the normal size longbow ranges.
Yeah. Was gonna say, you have to keep in mind that longbows are basically medieval artillery.
Hmm.
So from here, it's gonna give me disadvantage still.
Yes,
though.
you will still have disadvantage.
But you could shoot the guys around you.
I think she's worried about not getting any XP from that guy.
She'll get XP.
Um,
There's no way she can't get XP.
I want to make as much use of this venom as I can.
The problem there is that you still have to beat at 22. That's not easy. You have to roll a 23. Which means if you have a +4, that means you need a 19 or a 20 to land a hit.
I need your answer on your turn, though. I'm going to start timing you guys.
I'm gonna just get a dash.
Alrighty. And at the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Alright. Okrith is going to use his touch of death again. He's not able to melt through anymore at the moment. He's got to get a better angle. So that stalactite is probably not going to hit anything. Cornelius!
Death saves. Now it's 3d20, yes?
3d6.
Whoa! Whoa!
Only getting a success on a 6 and only getting a fail on a 1.
Right, it's 3d6, yes.
1 success.
Yeah, I remembered it was 3d something, but I didn't remember what it was because it's been a hot minute since I've done that. So that'll end my turn.
He's literally named after good fortune. Come on.
I mean, I am, so yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Tolston is going to separate from Apollyon a little bit to get the people who can kind of walk around and get to the princess. He's going to make... Well, that hits. Cleaving one of the bandits in twain.
Oh, what? They have even less than 14? Wow.
And then walking down one more. He makes another attack. But he's unable to get through this one.
At least he's bloodied, right?
Yes. Yes, he is.
These guys are weak.
Maybe there was a reason that they stayed back.
That's what I kept telling them.
Vitari,
I mean, yeah, murdering them.
you see,
I will.
now that you have gained a little bit of composure,
Yes.
your companions dropping in from the sky and rushing through the front gate.
You could use
I just have
guidance.
a big old smile. Where were my my stuff from where I'm standing.
Oh, your stuff was being played with by these guys over here. They're
Okay, way over there. Alright. Well, we'll leave this area just yet. I'll summon my spear into my hand. And I will... Got that? I will healing word.
Do you just spare the
Healing word
time?
Cornelius. I do, but I can just pick him up. 10.
all right.
To get
Cornelius regains
Cornelius
10
up.
health.
And I will move myself to kind of behind the Minotaur friend.
Minotaur friend.
You thought you were gonna get me in the butt, but no, it is I that shall get you in the butt.
That was my action. Is that my bonus will technically summon my spear? So, that's
Okay.
what I do before thinking if I have time to.
I was fairly certain healing word was a
Of course,
bonus.
my stuff
Healing word is a bonus action.
is bonus.
And you can't use bonus actions as actions for some reason.
That's
That's
weird.
really weird.
Well, I need
It
my
is the Mendo
spear
Gale.
to do that, right? Hold on. What's healing word do?
I'm pretty
Do you
sure
have
you
cure
don't
wounds?
need to, but...
Use healing word?
No, I mean, I'm pretty
Oh.
sure you don't need to use your bonus action. No, it's as a bonus action you can transform it. And yeah.
Just assume I need a bonus to summon it to my hand. Well, either way, I'll use that to heal Cornelius at 10 and move behind him there, then to get ready to probably get ready to go where they have my stuff in a second.
Is he extra nimble from being butt naked? Kinda naked. Yeah. That'd be cool.
No, he is not extra nimble. He is still pretty crappy.
Yeah, the Nail of Chernobog just says you can dismiss the weapon, hiding it within your dominant arm. You can make it appear as if you were drawing a weapon.
Oh, okay, so I don't need to. Alright.
Yeah.
So that means he has his
Yeah,
action.
I'll just,
You do
yeah,
have your
put it in
action.
my- So I can still attack, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you can attack if you want.
Advantage, come on.
He does have advantage.
Justice Butster.
I don't hit too many times, guys.
You can, come on.
Damn it!
I mean, it was higher than I thought. I was just excited for that.
I was excited for poetic justice. Oh my god, I really am.
Yeah.
Getting a heart on there for poetic justice.
Yes.
All right. As he's splayed out on the ground, attempting to fight back against you, as you are surrounding him, just beating down on him as he's just slipping and sliding. You can see his fur becoming shinier as the globs of grease on the floor are kind of getting into his fur.
Does grease equal oil?
No.
Aww.
I think it does in Baldur's Gate 3, which kind of annoys
Looking
me,
forward to it.
because if you want the grease effect and then you only have a fire bolt or something, you're gonna light it on fire and get rid of the grease. I want the grease effect, not it being ignitable, because them falling down is more powerful than setting them on fire for slightly more damage.
I mean, depends on the situation. Generally, yes.
Anyway, Vitari, is that the end of your turn?
Yes, sirree.
Natus, and Dominicus, and Varsum.
Okay. Out of character question, has this Aladdin guy offended me in any way?
No.
What did he do in the last turn? I can't really remember.
He kind of just kept an angry Tolston from killing more of the the grunt bandits and just kind of, circled around him a little bit and
Yeah, never
danced
mind.
danced around.
I'm gonna do it anyway and set him up for another like Aladdin quote. So I'm gonna move 50 to there, and Dominicus is gonna say, "Now you're in trouble."
Oh man, it's been so long since I've watched Aladdin.
I just Googled quotes, so yeah, I cheated. But he's like, "Trouble? No, you're only in trouble if you get caught." It's like, you're caught, mate. So
All right.
Dominicus
Well, he says that.
and Dominicus with his draft wave is going to attack. Now, do I have to declare action surge now, or can I see how much damage I do first?
You can do it whenever.
Okay, so yeah.
Did we hear the phrase yet?
No, you have not. All right, that is a miss as he sidesteps the blade of wind. He jumps up, and you see it carve into the ground beneath him.
A bonus action attack?
Yep. Once again, you were just carving the ground. And he's kind of
Hey,
just
Joe.
tapping his scimitar over his shoulder.
It's
Action
very hard.
surge then. I was considering not doing it, but yeah, now. Action surge.
All right, you get one more action. So that would be 2 more attacks, not 3. If you decide to take the attack action. It could be something else.
This is poor.
All right. You let out a flurry of slashes and stabs, all of which does not seem to connect as those blades of wind fly at him, and he just flips through it all. And it carves up the ground in his spot.
Yep, and that's the end of our turn. Tut, 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 Dominicus.
Who are you talking to? Anyway, you still have. I think you said that you dashed as Natus?
No.
No? Well, you still have yours. And Varsum.
Yeah, Varsum shot with his sling.
Oh, I didn't even see that. It was so low, it didn't register.
Okay, so can I cheat a little bit then?
How
Yeah,
so?
Right, so I said I was flowing steps. How would I change to stance of stream to get that extra 5 feet?
You get all of them.
Oh,
Oh,
no, you're not cheating. You're just learning.
Yeah,
Okay.
that if you continue down the stance of the stream line, you get all of them.
oh. Okay,
Whenever
I
you're
thought
in
I
that
switched
one.
Between them. Okay, nice. So yeah, I'm charging then.
All right.
I have to change that.
Go for it. All right.
Why?
He seems
I
to
do have
be
a
a little
bless.
bit. He seems to be pretty nimble.
Yeah, and we're shy. Okay.
Well, you know what they say, or I say. Roll 20 hates us.
So that's the end of all our turns.
All right. That brings it to the bandits' turns. which some of you are surrounded by now.
That sure sucks for them.
These are gonna ignore the fires. The closest ones around here, anyway. The ones on the outskirts, like these, and these, and these, are still gonna be working on the fires. But those in the immediate area that can see what's going on, as well as the ones at the gate who are slowly being taken on by Phineas and Dimitri, as well as Prisma support from the middle there. Because she took out a couple of them down here. They're going to focus on the Rhino, the red-clad warrior, Tolston, and Vitari, who seems to now just have a random spear out of nowhere. And so the one that Tolston had attacked before is going to fight back with a scimitar of his own, hitting for 4 slashing damage against that boy. Dun, 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 dun. Then, a number of them pull their bows. This one over here is going to move over here so he gets a better shot at the rhino. And yes, I didn't actually hear a, it's time to be tremendous.
No, I'm not raging.
Okay, just making sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got one to Vitari. Their light crossbow to Vitari.
I was gonna impose disadvantage with a warding flare.
All right.
So
Well.
a bright flash of light comes off of it before they hit. If they're 30 feet away, they get disadvantage.
Can I read it?
Yes, let me clear out there.
No, you cannot read it.
There it is.
All right. Can interpose divine light between yourself and an attacking enemy when you are attacked by a creature within 30 feet of you. All right. So that 16 becomes a 9. It's only for that one, right?
Yeah. That's my reaction, so I can always stop one. Yeah.
All right. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't for everyone. That
No,
was...
I think it's only for the one attack.
All right. So, it becomes a 9. Which, at the moment, I think your armor class, because you're unarmored right now, is 10 plus your dexterity modifier.
Is 10 plus my dex mod?
Yeah.
So it's 10.
Plus a negative 2 is 8.
Plus
You
a-
take
plus
7
8.
piercing
Oh,
damage
God.
from that crossbow.
Alright. Great.
I told you that dex would come to back to haunt you.
Oh man. Well. Yeah, the one point where I finally used my warding flare, I don't have enough armor.
All right. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And one more for Vitari. Real quick.
Well, that one barely hits.
7 more piercing damage.
Well, that barely hits.
Alrighty. Cool.
And then that would mean that the other 7 are going for the bundled group that have started to attack Aladdin. 2 to the Lion Man. 2 to the Rhino.
Ow.
Only 1. Alright, you take 6 piercing damage. We got 1 to Varsum, which is hit. And we'll probably kill him. Yes. Yes, it will. He is down to 0 and will be making death saving throws.
No, he is. Well, actually, after the volley of arrows, no, he is not.
Well,
'Cause
seeing
I
that
can reach him.
that arrow downed him, he's going to... The other 2 will aim for Rhino again.
Now, have I stopped moving? I probably have, so yeah, the 20 hits.
Yes. So you take another 5 piercing. I'm surprised you didn't use your reaction to make that attack on Varsum disadvantage, though.
I checked, though, it has to be my bonded rider, right?
Yeah, but I've made exceptions before.
Well, then I would, though.
All right.
You know, I was going to ask, but I read it, and it said, yeah, you're bonded rider.
Yeah, I was actually playing with the idea of making that to where you could do that with any rider, because
Yeah, perfect.
it kind of shouldn't, since you're the path of the mount, it shouldn't have to be a bonded person that gets that specific thing.
Yeah. Let's change
There
the
you go.
text after the game.
Yeah, I'll change the text.
Nice.
All right, but
I'll
actually
take
that
damage.
disadvantage makes it to where it doesn't hit him.
Yeah, cool. And it hits me Oh, no, it doesn't hit me instead. No.
No.
Okay.
Wait,
just-
what?
What do you mean, what?
He protected Varsum then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you protected Varsum.
Oh.
You don't need to
Then
worry
I
about
don't
that.
care when- Okay.
Other than that, everyone else is dealing with fires and everything at the moment up there. So next would be down at the front, where...
The
Hmm?
4 plus 2. Who would that hit?
that was to Natus.
Okay, so before my turn starts, I'm gonna heal that 6 with that 6 that I have there.
Ah, nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, this bandit sees a pixie that's been laughing and shooting people, and he's gonna make a light crossbow attack at you. Does a 16 hit?
Wrong character. No, it totally doesn't hit.
You take 9 piercing damage.
Dang it!
And seeing the choking and screaming and bleeding out of his eyes bandit right next to him, he goes, Tony! And he jumps over him, looks around, and sees a tiny little pixie.
It wasn't me!
It was totally you!
You missed anyway!
I can see that! This one, right here, ignoring the javelin, is going to go after Phineas.
How dare you say
Wait,
that?
that was Phineas's scimitar. Phineas is able to bop that scimitar to the side.
Get out of here, scrub.
This bandit over here is going to walk up. Scimitar Dimitri. Dimitri, unfazed, sidesteps and readies for his next attack. This one down here. No, he wouldn't do that.
Poultry swine. How dare you?
Go over here. Seeing that pixie, Kraken wise, shoots at the pixie.
Ha! You missed too! Yeah, 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 yeah.
That is the end of the bandits' turns.
I'm a smelling Whitney has to go to work.
Not for about another 20 minutes.
Well, 'tis Aladdin's turn. As he holds aloft his scimitar, you can see energy pouring from his hand, and it lights with fire. He goes for the rhino.
That's a match.
Match? Alright, well,
Sword clinked with the horn. It was like chink.
he would spin around you and behind you. I'm gonna put him down below Sigismund, because he's there, you know? But he is right beneath you as he spins to your backside with these jets of flame that comes from his hands and his feet, leaving a ring of fire around you, Natus. And he makes another attack. This time with advantage, as he went to your other side before making it.
Dink. Wait, what? With advantage? Why?
Because he spun around him fast enough that he couldn't react to it.
Like a solo flank.
Of course. You're
But
not aware back there.
it is only... Yes, he's not aware back there because he was facing someone who, with the quickness of fire jets, spun to his backside.
Fire jets aren't that fast.
With the quickness of fire jets, huh?
And he notices a Sigismund in a backpack and decides he just wants to chop at that thing for no reason.
You see, now you're just being a dick.
Is it not warranted just a little? No, he's still attacking Natus, dealing 7 slashing and 3 fire. But then he makes an unarmed strike. At 22. And I'll need you to make a Constitution saving throw. And take 10 bludgeoning.
And take 10.
Yes. DC was 17. You are now stunned until the end of his next turn.
Oh yeah.
D4.
D4, thank you. Shout out.
Oh yeah, plus the D4. Alright, you are no longer stunned until the end of Aladdin's next turn. Alright. And that completes the round, top of the turn order. Shall we cliffhanger until next week for the person who needs to work?
Seems fair.
I'm perfectly willing to keep going for you guys if someone wants to pilot Prisma. But that's up to you guys.
At this juncture, you still have 15 minutes.
Do you think we can get to the top of the turn order? Because I don't like cliffhangering in the middle of a fight unless we're at the top of the turn order. We've done it before, but I don't like it.
It depends. Does anyone have any thinking to do? You can do it before your turn starts.
Janice has to.
Because really, whenever someone's being indecisive is the only thing that burns time.
Well, and this, but
Yeah, so if we just start now, we could probably make it as long as no one has to be indecisive. I even prepared my next roll.
Alright, well, let's see if we can make it.
We
If
can
we-
go at least one more.
One more.
One more round.
Okay, so what does Janice do?
All right. Janice is going to be a little bit basic. And he's going to try to Ray of Frost Nasus
Always a good spell.
with advantage,
Except when
but
Marissa-
sadly,
Matches.
it matches. Nasus going to use half of his movement to stand up. Because it's difficult terrain, uses all of his movement. And he's just going to start swinging. That one will go towards Apollyon. To Apollyon again. He's going to use his bonus action to try to grapple him. To do the slam. And welcome to the jam. Oh, Apollyon is able to bat up with the hilt of his sword. He's unable to get a grab. So, to finish off, he makes one more great club attack at him, missing. Hitting only once for 17 bludgeoning damage. Alright. Now, because he can't move, he's gonna have to make his dex save. Falls on his butt again.
Nice.
Grease! Grease! Apollyon. Letting in a flurry.
Nice.
Hitting 2 of them.
No, hitting all 3.
Alright.
My matches.
Gotta... Well, I don't have to roll it because minimum of 1 would make him succeed. And... going to try to do that blinding blade again. Because he can do it once per turn when he hits someone. And he fails.
Nice.
The Tyrant. His eyes grow cloudy, and he takes 12 extra necrotic damage as the curse takes hold. On top of
22, 38, 53.
well, he's halving the
26.
slashing damage.
Oh, halving the slashing.
Yeah, the
Wait.
necrotic does not half, but the slashing does.
20 then. 20 slashing, 12 necrotic. So 32. I'm also working on the fact that you round down, right?
Yes.
Okay, so yes. 32 total.
All right. We scroll down for Phineas. Phineas, pulling his warhammer, and flattens that boy against the pavement. Sigismund! Oh wait, he would also move 30 feet towards that one that was up there. Sigismund!
Alright, the rhino gains 6 health before my turn, and I prepare to heal again for my next turn. The only reason I would not heal is to fire a time wave if the rhino doesn't take any damage. No, wait. I'm indoors. Yep, prepare a heal. That's it.
Alrighty. Scrolling back down to Dimitri. With that blade of light. Wreathes with his favorite cantrip. 14. If I click you again and you roll twice, okay. Creating yet another bandit statue of ice.
Woohoo!
With a single stroke, and then moving on. You see him use his bonus action now, because he can use it now, to cast another spell, and you see a small shield of force on his left jeweled gauntlet hand. Prisma?
Well, Prisma will step up to this body, and she'll yank out her arrow, because I've only got so many left.
The poison would not come with it.
No, but I still have an arrow now.
Okay,
And I
I'm
still
just
have
letting you know.
one left. So I am gonna take my stance of intensity.
Alright, you could have taken that whenever you started combat.
Well, I'm taking it now.
Okay, then if you're not doing it whenever you roll initiative, then it takes a bonus action to change stances.
Well, I'm not changing stances, I'm just taking a stance.
I'm just letting you know.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna use the forward step of the stance of intensity, because that will use my reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll when I'm the target of a melee attack, or melee weapon attack.
Well, it's your turn, so you can use that as a reaction whenever you are attacked.
I'm just letting you know. But okay, so I have one poison-coated arrow tip left. So let's see. I'm gonna aim at this guy.
Which guy? This guy?
Directly in front of her.
That guy, yeah.
Alrighty.
And what?
That's a hit.
Yeah.
And you code it again?
Yes.
That would have hit the big guy.
I code again. And let's see, that's one arrow. And since I got another attack, move the freaking sheet.
If
Sorry.
you double click on the name, you minimize it.
Yeah, now that he's down, I will aim at him as soon as I get a little further. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now I'm a little closer, so I won't get the disadvantage. All right.
Now you get advantage because he's blinded.
Isn't he prone?
He's also prone, yeah.
But he's also
Well,
a
you
large
know what?
creature.
Yeah, but attack rolls
It doesn't
have
even matter.
disadvantage.
I missed.
So it would cancel out to be neutral. No advantage or disadvantage.
Well, I missed, so.
Yeah,
Boo! I
so-
should have shot the first one at him.
Alright. Is that the end of your turn?
It is.
Alright, Okrith. Gonna try once again to melt these. Alright. Okrith melts through a number of stalactites, not just one, because that took way too long. He's only got one target, but he's gonna get to make a dexterity saving throw. Fails.
Which one is it gonna hit?
The one that he's right above. This one.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah, he's hanging from the ceiling right now. He's kind of doesn't have many options. And he takes... From missing that dexterity saving throw, probably just gonna be enough to kill him.
I'm glad a stalactite can deal. Well, there's enough to kill him.
Yeah,
very bad
actually, 500 feet up, it would also add the falling damage, but I just wanted to do the stalactites damage first to see if I needed to. Boom! And he gets hot fuzzed.
Nice.
Cornelius? Probably.
And he is going to move over a little bit. And yes, Cornelius!
Now, if I move away from him, since he's prone, he doesn't get an attack of opportunity, right?
Right.
He's also blind.
Alright, I'm going to move over here and block down on the guy in front. Start
Alright.
clearing the chaff.
I really didn't expect the grease to work so well.
It's like you
How
didn't
did it
believe in
not?
the grease.
It's a good
I
thing
mean,
made
after
the
all the
brain.
times it worked in the last campaign.
Well, I also just
And it's
didn't
that same
expect you guys to get a grease. You know?
True.
That's why you be nice to people.
Vitari had to try something. You know, for damn certain, if like someone like Garbage was here, he'd be trying to schmooze up everyone who seems susceptible.
You know, I'm gonna action surge.
Wow.
Wow, really?
Do it again.
That's on
Can't, only one.
I know.
Wasn't he
I'm,
blessed
however, gonna
too?
second wind.
Or you. Would it even
Huh?
like
Weren't you blessed too, or was that?
He
So-
was not.
Okay, so it was Tolston, Apollyon, and Natus.
Mm-hmm.
with a plus, even if you got 4 added, would that even have helped?
Yes.
So yeah, burning my action on
Other
the
than
second
that,
wind, I will heal myself for
1d10 plus 5 level. Should be like 4, so 14. Or at best.
yeah, it's 1d10 plus 4, so best case scenario 14.
Roll the d10.
Darn. Maybe I can make it all the way to 25.
Huh, 13, not bad.
All right, the end of your turn.
Yep.
All right. Tolston. Is going to try to finish off. It's funny. Gonna try to finish off this. There we go. Cleaves
Mega
through
endeavor.
another one of these. And then to keep them from being able to target anyone else with ranged fire, closes into melee with those over there. Vitari!
Oh, Vitari. Yeah, since he can't hit, Vitari will move up over, head in that direction. Here. Yeah, I'll stop right there. And I'll do my channel divinity. Cast Radiance of the Dawn.
Radiance of the Dawn. That's a strength
within
save?
30. Strength save? It shouldn't be strength save. It should be like con save or something.
Do you have it written down?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's a constitution save.
Alright. Well,
I don't know why I had strength
1,
save on that.
2, 3. It's your choice, right?
Yes, and everyone, yeah, all those guys.
Within 30 feet?
30. Yes.
Okay, so that's too far. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it.
4. That's good. That's all right.
This one's. Oh, he's dead. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right, so 1, 2, 3 for the bandits. Constitution for Nasus.
I feel like he should be immune. He's literally blind.
Well, it's the heat of the radiant damage. And how would you like to describe this? Because I was going to take it, and I was like, I have no clue how this would work since you're choosing who to hit with light.
Yeah. Well, it's more just like when he slams his spear on the ground and like the tip of it brightens up. But to those he finds as allies, it doesn't hurt, it's just a brilliant light.
Ah.
Everyone else who's hostile, it burns them a bit with radiant.
And is it half damage on save?
I don't think it says half damage. Click it there.
Duty 10 plus your cleric level on a failed saving throw and half as much on a success. Alright. So, the one in front of Cornelius takes 7. No, 6. I thought he did 14 damage for some reason. Takes 6. And Nasus takes 6.
I'll just move the rest of my speed over here since that guy's dead. I gotta worry about Janice there.
This guy died then.
Oh yes, he did. I did the health. Forgot to put the little skull and crossbones.
I just tell Janice I need to get my flask and the rest of my things. And that's my turn.
Alright. I'll help out. Natus!
The irony is.
Okay, I'm just gonna move these guys out of the way a second.
It's time to be tremendous! Maybe.
Yeah, well, Natus is gonna activate that himself anyway because he's taken damage. So I will rage as a bonus action. And I'm thinking of being clever here. So, with everyone still on my back, I'm going to move to here.
You technically don't need to move because
Yeah,
he
he's
is
technically
actually
right
the
there.
space that I was at.
Yeah.
I'm just on your space.
Exactly. That's why I wanted everyone to move. Cause... still might not work. Yeah, it's not going to work. So I won't bother moving anybody, okay? What I was trying to do is get 20 feet away from the Minotaur. So yeah, all the attacks are just going to go on Aladdin. I was going to attack with Natus, and then I can move away without opportunity attacks, whether I hit or miss. So that's what I was planning to do.
Alright. Go for it then.
But yeah. So,
I gotta head, guys. Bye.
have a good shift, Lynette.
Yeah.
See you later.
Enjoy
Have a
the
nice
night.
night.
Good session. See you later. Bye.
Okay.
Alright, would you like to recklessly attack or anything?
I don't really like that, so no.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I don't really like it either.
Yeah. But Dominicus will also attack Aladdin.
Alright. He's just dancing around.
Kind of really wish you did reckless attack.
Alright, there's a hit.
With rage damage. Yeah.
Yes, with rage damage.
And then a bonus attack.
Hmm.
And a pebble from Varsum.
That's a miss.
And we will move anyway. Without an opportunity attack. Would everyone else be able to get an opportunity attack because they're on my back, or is it just me?
What?
If I move Nadus away, can he still get an opportunity attack against my mounted teammates?
I think it's just you.
You'd only be able to attack one person, really.
Yeah, he would only be able to attack one person, but it could be anybody that's on your back as well.
Because if I remember right, if someone willingly chooses to leave someone's range, that's when they can do an opportunity attack. It's why if someone gets pushed out of someone's range, that they won't get triggered in an opportunity attack.
All right, it's whenever you're level 6 that your rider is immune to opportunity attacks while on their back. But yes, he would be able to make a swing.
Yes, I won't move then.
Except the base rules protect Dominicus anyways.
Not usually. Whenever they're on a mount, they can be attacked because they're controlling the mount. I mean, we're doing this a little differently because the mount itself has its own character, but I'm keeping that part.
You know, I could still impose disadvantage, but I'd rather not an attack come. I was just going to go and flank the Minotaur, so it's not important. So I'll end our turns.
I mean, he's on the ground 90% of this fight. I don't think you need to worry about it, and he's blind.
Hey man, this gotta be real embarrassing after the whole little speech you gave us.
That just makes it more awesome.
It does.
So that was it for Dominicus, yeah?
Yeah.
And of awesome. Then we got the Bandai. Banditi. Bandite? Bandits. I don't need to pluralize everything with I. Anyway, this one's gonna move over here to flank Tolston, and they're both gonna make scimitar attacks. One of them hitting for 6 slashing damage.
Or who is that against? Me?
Against Tolston.
Well, that's pretty much it. The players have all cycled through. Now you're basically just storytelling us.
Yes. Yes, I am. Then, the bandits, seeing the prisoner femboy and Janice both coming for them, pull their bows.
Oh, wait, what?
And they're gonna
Weren't they
shoot.
looking at?
Hmm?
Like, they are explicitly looking at the tents on fire. Put it out.
Not anymore. Enough time has passed where the fire isn't out, but they notice that stuff is happening. So, crossbow to Mr. Vitari, and a crossbow to Janice.
One flare doesn't really matter.
Boop.
Neat uncanny dodge
7 piercing to you, Vitari.
won't help you.
Alright.
And Janice is actually able to duck underneath it.
Cool.
The bandit who was just attacked by the giant rabbit turns around, sees him, and is like, "No!" and he's gonna try to run away from you.
Ooh, opportunity.
I guess it's not just storytelling.
If you would like. But you can also let him get away.
No, kill him. Kill him and his family.
Cornelius.
Darn it, Danichi.
I used that door to get something.
Various times without saying be right back.
No, I'm here.
Yeah, you gave an attack of opportunity.
Wait, who am I making it against?
If you
The
want.
bandit tells him running away from you now.
Oh, the Minotaur? Oh, him, yes.
Yes,
I would
he
definitely take that opportunity to...
yeah, he turned around, saw a giant rabbit that was like swinging a big old sword behind him, and he's like, "Oh!
Oh, I
No!"
missed. Yeah, that time I wasn't away, I just lost focus.
All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 shots going to random of the group there. That one will be towards Dominicus. The next one will be towards Varsum. Missing anyway. And then we'll have one towards Natus. Match. And since there were 4 of them and 4 of you, Sieg, you're the only one left.
Disadvantage wouldn't help you anyway, would it? So.
Oh, I've been revealed?
With a stray shot, because they're just shooting towards you guys, and I got 1 for each of you since there were 4 of them. You were the only one that got hit, though. Like aiming for the rhino, it pierces the saddlebag and doesn't seem to hit the rhino for some reason. And you take 4 piercing damage. Got a hole in that saddlebag now. Then, do we have somebody that is the designated PP, by the way?
Doesn't matter, she doesn't give a turn before the top thing.
Yes,
It's either
but
me or Joey.
needs somebody to handle her health.
Ah, okay. So, yeah, designated PP, but I don't think she, Oh wait, she's not the one that designates permissions. You are. And
Yeah,
she
I'm
said-
asking who it is so that I can give it to you.
I'll do
She
it.
said anyone who doesn't try to imitate her voice.
I will not try to mock her voice.
He doesn't even do a voice for his own character. You really think Vitari sounds like that? I don't.
No. He does not.
I don't hear that.
I imagine his voice is probably breathy and high-pitched.
All right, you should now see.
I see.
Yeah. All right. So, the bandit is going to shoot at you, Prisma, and then the other ones that she was mocking, except for the one that's running away. Shoot at Prisma.
It's a hit.
Okay, so 1 hit for 3 piercing.
For 3? Okay.
And then we got 1 more.
That's a miss.
All right, miss. Gonna have to start stepping things up, I guess. Then, we've got this one. Actually, that one's the one that attacked. Just shot. And he is going to go after Dimitri with his scimitar. Missing.
Does he break a sword? I would.
All right. And other than the farthest ones, like, these two are the ones that you're going after, so they noticed you. These three are still putting out a fire. And these two are still putting out a fire. I don't know if you saw the ping. But the ones on the farthest sides. And that's going to end the bandits' turns. Next is Aladdin, once again. Oh, right, and I forgot about something. But since I forgot about it, it's my fault, and I'm not going to do anything about it.
I was gonna sing, I fell into a burning ring of fire. That might have reminded you, though.
Yeah, it would have.
Oh, you're not gonna be that guy?
A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff.
I would have had to interrupt somebody to do it. You know, that's the reason.
All right, well, anyway. He's going to take the attack action, and this time he's going to circle around you first, so he gets advantage on his first attack. I was lucky as hell. And he does not get the advantage on his second attack. Hitting with both on Natus.
25 halved would be 12.
Well, you'd still take the fire damage fully.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So it's just the 7 slashing damage. And, yeah. You got it. And then, he's actually, you see as jets come out of his back, his shoulders, and his feet. And he blasts over you. In a flip. And lands sliding across the ground, facing you. All the way over there.
Is that immune from opportunity attack?
Yes, sir.
And you could do the fire damage if you want, since I was thinking about it the whole time. I just didn't know it had an effect.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it next time. It's whenever you move or attack from within the ring. You have to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'll do it. I want to. I get advantage.
You do see it. All right. Well then, if you're okay with it, you did attack from within the ring. And it'll only hit whoever's moving or attacking. And I'm not counting. I mean, technically they are in your space, so everyone else would have also. But with the advantage, you succeed, and you take no damage. What was that for?
Dominicus, you did say.
What is
he
going on?
attacked as well?
Oh no!
Oh, he disconnected.
Who, me?
I accidentally just clicked a bookmark, and it took me to a YouTube video.
On
Ruby
stream?
Volume 2 soundtrack. Holy crap, that was scary. I don't even remember that. That's from years ago. Back when Ruby was good.
Yeah.
Holy crap, that scared the crap out of me. Like, that was totally playing the soundtrack before I noticed what was going on. Less than 8 seconds, though. Don't sue me!
It's fair use.
Oh, I wanna see. take you down.
It's transformative.
Jeez.
Well, less than 8 seconds falls under fair use.
Like, I'm like super startled now. I don't know what was going on. Could you repeat what you were saying?
So you said anyone that attacks from in the ring?
Yes.
So I thought I had to do Dominicus and Varsum as well.
Yes, and it is technically for each attack.
Oh.
Because it lasts until the start of his next turn. So it went away once he got his turn. And now all of my freaking character sheets are closed.
In the interest of fairness, Dominicus is probably going to go down here.
No.
Leave a ring of fire creature until the start of your next turn. Oh man. Because all of my stuff just closed, I kind of want to go ahead and freaking cliffhanger now.
We're not at the top of the turn.
And we're about to be after Aladdin's turn is over. So yes, the fire would leap out and attempt to hit Dominicus, which is a fail. You take 2d6, or yeah, 2d6 fire damage, so 8 fire damage.
For each attack?
Yes, for each attack, unless you leave the ring. It doesn't stop you from moving. It just makes you. It just tries to leap out at you every time you attack within it. So, you know, if you move out of it, you'll have to make 1 dexterity saving throw. But if you stay inside of it and attack, you'll have to make as many dexterity saving throws as you made attacks.
Bonus attack as well.
That is a success.
I gotta admit, I'm pretty sure that
That is a
remembering the Ring of Fire would have inspired you to actually do that movement you were talking about before.
So
If I knew
4
what it
more
did.
fire damage.
And Varsum,
Yes.
I also get a heal from Sieg as well before the end of the turn, I think.
Not the end of that turn, the end of the start of my turn.
Oh.
Unless you drop. If you drop, then I'll. You know.
Good boy, Varsum.
Nice. No damage.
Okay. So no one can call me that guy, but not that guy.
Question. I forgot about this. Didn't Dominicus... When did Dominicus use his action surge? Was it before the... Yes, it was
when we
before.
first got there. Yeah, it's when we
Yeah, it
first
was
got there.
All right. Well. Back at the top of the turn order. Aladdin is just kind of doing that wave, like, come on. With his scimitar over his shoulder.
Why are you
Just kinda
low,
tapping.
size creature?
And now that we are back at Janus, at the top of the turn order, we'll go ahead and cliffhanger here. NASA's still prone, so I'm gonna put... If only there was a grease.
I mean, the square is good for grease, but there's also one that looks like your back is broken. There's a guy like hunched over in one of the buttons. You could do that one.
He's got arrows in his back.
Close enough.
I'll go with that one. Just be like, that's prone. Until it changes again next time.
I mean,
'Cause-
I use this for prone, but
That one? Oh, that's not the one with the arrows.
That's the one I was referring to.
I mean, I don't see it, though. It's the thing. Whenever I'm looking
it
through.
should be between the man with the aura and the flag.
Oh, it's 2 over from the one with the arrows. I can also give him a blind. So, I don't know. This one kind of looks like the darkness effect in RPGs, so.
Yeah, that kind of makes me think someone's set on fire.
Well, anyway,
I would think acid. But
that's going to be it for tonight. I thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. And I hope you all have a good night. And until next time, on Dungeons and WheatTons.
outro.
Good night.
I'm gonna go cry in a corner now.